host the Indianapolis Colts. It is a long, long road throughout the NFL season, and for Baltimore, the chance to get back to a third Super Bowl in franchise history, the chance to get to opening night, week 1, in Buffalo for a rematch after they got knocked off last year. That all starts tonight before the Ravens can get to Highmark Stadium on September 7th on Sunday Night Football. And so Baltimore, fresh off the 8th AFC North title in team history, their 16th playoff berth in their 29 previous seasons, they begin that quest tonight, and a lot of guys we will not see tonight. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. The Ravens notoriously like to keep their starters well rested in the preseason due to several years ago, plenty of injuries happening. Their philosophy has changed. But now, this is the first time you get to see some of the key rookies get a chance to get out there. You talk about your first-round pick, Malachi Starks, your second-round pick, Mike Green, and, of course, some other guys who are new to the team, picked up in free agency. A lot of those guys get their first chance to be seen in Baltimore Ravens purple tonight. We will see just what the Ravens have in store. It is appropriate that the Ravens begin year number 30 against the Colts, who used to call Baltimore home, not after 1984. So that's where this quest starts, and that's why I believe there's going to be a lot of people excited to see the Baltimore Ravens back in action for, again, their 30th season. John Harbaugh comes into this year, his 18th season as head coach of the Baltimore Ravens, and fresh off of a brand new contract extension for John Harbaugh. His extension will, when completed, he will be the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens for over 20 seasons. He has been the man at the helm. He has steered the ship after all these years with a very buttoned-up organization. You still have Eric DeCosta wheeling and dealing in the off-seasons and in-season. And, of course, Steve Bisciotti, who oversees everything. 185 and 115 record for Harbaugh. He will not have his quarterback or his starting running back tonight. Lamar Jackson has not played in the past 3 preseasons. So we expect to see a healthy amount of Cooper Rush, who was signed this offseason to be the new Baltimore Ravens backup quarterback. He will be at the helm of the offense tonight. We'll get to see and get into all the position battles. There is no quarterback competition here like there is on the other side tonight in Indianapolis. They are going to start both of their guys tonight. They'll both get a look, whether it's Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson, who will be the starter for tonight. They're looking to see who's going to be the man that takes the football for them at the beginning of the season. The Ravens know who starts, and it's number 8, Lamar Jackson. Now, we will get to see Tez Walker. What does he have in store with the top 3 wide receivers set here in Baltimore? Just what is in store for the next grouping of guys? Is it Anthony Miller? Is it Devontae Walker? Is it LaJohntay Wester? All those guys will be in the mix. A big night for Keaton Mitchell. We'll talk about him, Charlie Kolar as well, and then maybe the most true 2 position battles on this team. Left guard between Andrew Voorhees and Ben Cleveland, and then that weak side linebacker. Will it be Teddy Buchanan, 4th-round pick from this past year, or will it be the former 3rd-round pick from 3 seasons ago, Trenton Simpson? All of those guys we will talk about coming up. Right now, Ravens fans, you can be the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, and a Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much, much more. Now, one man for the Ravens who now stands coming into year 2 as defensive coordinator, Zach Orr. He knows what it's like going back to his days as an undrafted rookie for the Ravens. What these kids are going through who are not solidified in the Ravens rotation just yet or a part of their roster, but more so fighting for a spot.
I told the guys, man, I said, it's 2 games this week. It's Tuesday and Thursday. And I just told them, I said, no matter what thing that I remember and thing that I know now is no matter where you at in your career, you could be a perennial Pro Bowl, All-Pro, you be a guy fighting to make the roster. Every single time you step on that field, you fighting for your career. Like, you getting evaluated, and you got to think that way. You got to take that approach every time you take the field. So that's what I remember. So this is your opportunity. Since we've been young, we've asked, man, I just want to, if God give me the opportunity to go out here and make the National Football League, I'm going to do everything I can to do it. Well, now it's here. what you gonna do? So that's what I remember about it, and that's what we tell the guys. And we expect them to be ready because it's a good group.
Yeah, no other person better to talk to about coming from pretty much not having any attention out of college from Zach Orr, making the ranks all the way up to having his great career and the accolades he accomplished. Of course, career cut short, but one of the youngest coordinators in all of football. He comes into year 2 with a defense that looks to get off to a better start than they did a year ago. We will talk about the offensive and defensive strategies coming up here on Countdown to Kickoff, as well as get you the inactives. All that ahead here. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
Coming up, offensive strategy on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Toyota's national sales event is happening right now, so stop by your local dealer to check out Toyota's incredible lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. From the roomy RAV4 and Grand Highlander to the rough and rugged Tacoma, all packed with comfort, tech, and cargo space. Or test drive a sleek and sporty Camry or Corolla, designed for amazing style and great MPGs. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Hurry, offers end September 2nd. Toyota, let's go places.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also a bug in the basement with the frightening number of legs owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com and bring home a new American Standard heating and cooling unit, rated the highest in customer satisfaction year after year. Built to a higher standard, American Standard Heating and Cooling and MidAtlanticComfort.com. That's MidAtlanticComfort.com.
Looking for a smarter way to do your banking? At APG Federal Credit Union, you're the MVP. We're not for profit, so you get lower fees, better rates, and a team that puts you first. No fine print, just hometown service with real heart. So while the Ravens crush it on the field, you can crush your financial goals. Visit apgfcu.com and become a member today. That's apgfcu.com. Serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Harford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA.
Touchdown! On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Tune in after the game for the Locker Room Show with Nick Testoni. Highlights, player press conferences, and scores from around the league on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Now, the offensive strategy brought to you by Ford Mid-Atlantic Dealers on Countdown to Kickoff on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Back here on Countdown to Kickoff, it is Nick Testoni getting you set for the Ravens and the Colts for week 1 of this preseason matchup. We'll start with the fact that you will not be seeing Lamar Jackson tonight. He has been given the night off as the Ravens want to protect him for the regular season. No Derrick Henry as well. So let's turn our attention. Cooper Rush, we know, is going to be the backup quarterback with the contract he got. Not a lot of stuff to talk about there, but running back. It is going to be Derrick Henry, number 1, and Justice Hill is about as solid as a backup running back as you can ask for, especially what he does in pass protection. And because he is such a good change of pace and different problem for defenses to deal with compared to Derrick Henry. You have a guy who is a bruiser with speed in Henry, where Hill is a pass catcher and can also provide a burst out of the backfield around the backside. So that's all solidified. That third running back position, who is going to pull ahead? Now, Jamison Hensley of ESPN talked earlier tonight. He has really liked how Rasheen Ali, a draft pick from the Ravens a season ago, has looked this camp so far. Keaton Mitchell, remember what he did a couple of years ago. He was a rookie, 8 games, got going a little bit late in that season after he started the year on the IR. In his 8 games, he was excellent. And this is pre-Derrick Henry Ravens, but he had 8.4 yards per carry. He was shot out of a cannon when he came out of the backfield, just a burst of speed that we had not seen before. And he had some monster plays. For him, he also was able to grab 9 catches for 93 yards out of the backfield. So they never really got him fully acclimated in the Ravens system back in 2023. But when he touched the football, it looked different. And now, of course, we know week 15, he was a full tear of the ACL, and he lost a majority of last year, too. He never really felt comfortable on that leg last year. He started the year on the PUP list. Is this the season he gets back to work? His leading running back, Derrick Henry, had thoughts about what he's seen from Keaton this offseason.
Man, he put a lot of work in to get back to this point, and I know how bad he wants it and how hard he worked to get back to, what he feels like himself, and he's been showing it through OTAs and camp, and I think y'all have seen flashes of him making some splash plays, and that's just who he is, and that is credit to him and his work ethic to get back to where he wants to be an explosive player.
So the matchup between Keaton Mitchell and Rasheen Ali, one of the battles to look for, who will take firmly that third running back position. Next up, let's go to tight end. We know Isaiah Likely is an emerging superstar. We know he also had surgery to fix a broken bone in his foot, out 6 to 8 weeks. He's in the midst of that right now. Now, if you go back to the draft a couple of years ago, Charlie Kolar was a 4th-round pick, 128 overall, and Likely was picked 139th overall. So Kolar was actually the higher drafted tight end that season. We know Likely took off. Kolar missed a majority, if not all, of his rookie season because of a sports hernia surgery he needed to get. He has really flashed this camp, and he's going to need to step up because the Ravens still want to run 2 tight end sets. Lamar Jackson, the quarterback earlier this week, he is getting really, really impressed by his third, now second tight end.
Charlie's getting a great feel for the game, looking like a little Mark and little Isaiah out there in his own way, man. He coming along great.
And he has flashed in what could be a big season for him. All 3 tight ends set to be free agents at the end of the year, so all competing for a contract for next season. Finally, you look at the wide receiver position. It is a solid top 3. Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, DeAndre Hopkins. Those guys are going to get the brunt of the work. But now this is time for certain guys like LeJontay Wester and Anthony Miller, who is a 6-year-plus vet, and Tez Walker, who flashed for one play last year, and we're seeing if he can continue that momentum. He's had an excellent offseason in the spring and has carried it over into training camp. Lamar also spoke about his chemistry with a new wide receiver.
Man, Chaz, our chemistry's been doing good since last year. Giants game, he had his first touchdown, I believe. And he really haven't been getting a lot of reps with me this camp, but I feel like we're right there. Right there.
And finally, we're going to look to see who emerges at that left guard position. Right now, it has been reported that Andrew Voorhees has a pretty good lead over Ben Cleveland for the starting position at left guard, but it's that firm offensive line. They're returning all the starters except for one with Patrick McCarry. I look for this Ravens team to run the football early and often tonight to get multiple backs mixed in, and when they do want to throw it out there, Kolar and Devontae Walker, guys to look out for there. Coming up, we will get to the inactives for this game as well as the defensive strategy right here on Countdown to Kickoff on Ravens Game Day Network.
Straight ahead, the defensive strategy on the Ravens Game Day Network.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-827-4006. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-827-4006. 800-827-4006. 800-827-4006.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results vary. Consult with your tax professional prior to enrollment.
Hey Birdland, cheer on the Orioles Saturday, August 9th against the Athletics at Oriole Park at Camden Yards at 7:05. Arrive early. The first 20,000 fans will receive an Adam Jones Orioles Hall of Fame bobblehead. Snag this giveaway featuring Adam Jones holding his signature post-game pie. Before the game, honor new Orioles Hall of Famers Adam Jones, Joe Orsulak, and Tom Davis during an on-field ceremony. Buy your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets.
O'Reilly Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 13th. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus, offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits towards the master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chevy.
You that Sacks for Science Constellation is back as Baltimore's Raven official clean energy provider. Constellation is proud to support another year of Sacks for Science. For each sack made by the Ravens defense during this 2025 season, Constellation will send a school group to visit the Maryland Science Center. One lucky school group will win the grand prize of all behind-the-scenes tour of M&T Bank Stadium with a special guest. To learn how your school can be a part of Sacks for Science program, visit BaltimoreRavens.com/Sacks for Science. And so we get to that defensive strategy tonight for the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, in the history of this franchise known for their defense, last year was a bit of a different story, at least in the first 10, 11 weeks. It was a team that struggled mightily in first year under new defensive coordinator Zach Orr, and you saw when they made some adjustments in the personnel on the backside of their defense within the secondary, it changed drastically when that happened. The first 10 weeks of Ravens defense, opponents scored 25.3 points per game and were throwing for over 294 passing yards per game. It was something that made a lot of Ravens fans sick to their stomachs to see. Marlon Humphrey well detailed during this offseason that it was something he was ashamed of. He knew that when he came into this league with the Ravens that this was a organization known for a fearsome defense, and they want to get back to it. And that's exactly what they did when they made their personnel changes. In the final 7 games of the season last year, they went from one of the worst defensive teams, especially through the air, to one of the best. They started allowing 15.4 points per game in the final 7 games of the season, as well as cutting it from 294 to 171 passing yards per game. It was quite the change they made. And so because of that, this offseason has been very defensive oriented. What have we seen? For the first time since 2017, the Baltimore Ravens used their first 2 draft picks on defensive players. At the first round, 27th overall pick, they drafted safety Malachi Starks out of Georgia. And then with the second pick at 59 overall, they selected the edge rusher Mike Green from Marshall. Green got, a better and better each time that they went to a different step, whether it was in the mini camp and then stepped up to the start of training camp, then put pads on for the first time. He aced test after test, and John Harbaugh knew he was getting to a lot of quarterbacks.
He thought he got there about 3 times, so that's what the games are for, right? But he was bringing it. I thought William Klemko to get that last sack was very impressive. It was fun to watch.
So it's going to be a good time to see those 2 guys in purple for the first time out at M&T Bank Stadium against competition. By the way, the last time the Ravens did use 2 first picks on defense, as I mentioned, 2017, that was on 2 guys that made a good impact here, one more than the other. Marlon Humphrey and Tyus Bowser were those picks back in 2017. You're hoping that Starks and Green can be solidified starters on this team by midway to end of this season. Starks looks like he has a chance to be a starter from the get-go, and that would be a big boost for him. Remember, they also added Jair Alexander and Chidobe Awuzie, 2 cornerbacks. We don't know exactly just how much we're going to see of those 2 guys tonight, but it is a bolstered defense, and they have really tacked on to that secondary. We'll continue here on Countdown to Kickoff. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
The Ravens Game Day Network is brought to you by Toyota. The Toyota RAV4 is the official SUV of the Baltimore Ravens.
Toyota's national sales event is happening right now. So stop by your local dealer to check out Toyota's incredible lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. From the roomy RAV4 and Grand Highlander to the rough and rugged Tacoma. All packed with comfort, tech, and cargo space. Or test drive a sleek and sporty Camry or Corolla. Designed for amazing style and great MPGs. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Hurry, offers end September 2nd. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey Ravens fans, we'd like to invite you to join us in saluting and supporting military families and their children. The Baltimore Ravens and the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation are proud partners. Your donation to the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation at mcsf.org/ravens honors those who have served and sacrificed for our country and will further strengthen our nation by providing scholarships to military children. So please give today at mcsf.org/ravens.
Your dog's birthday, the next license plate you see, your first phone number.
How do you choose your lucky lottery numbers?
How about the current mileage on your car?
Feeling lucky? Play Pick 3, Pick 4, and Pick 5 from the Maryland Lottery. You could win up to $500, $5,000, or even $50,000 on a single dollar bet.
Maybe the cost of that sandwich you ordered for lunch.
Your lucky numbers are out there. How you pick them is up to you. Please play responsibly.
Hey, Ravens flock, we've got a deal that will make you flock to your nearest McDonald's. If our opponent misses a field goal during any home or away game, then you get a free piece Chicken McNuggets with minimum $1 purchase the next day on the McDonald's app. And if our opponent misses 2 field goals, you'll be upgraded to a free 10-piece. What's good for the Ravens is good for the flock. Download the McDonald's app to redeem this deal. And that's not all. Earn free food when you order through the app. Offer valid at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day. Visit McDonald's app for details.
Tune in after the game for the Locker Room Show with Nick Testoni. Highlights, player press conferences, and scores from around the league on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Toyota. The Toyota RAV4 is the official SUV of the Baltimore Ravens. This is the Ravens Game Day Network.
Hey Ravens fans, do you know a kid that would love to score game tickets and a chance to take the field at M&T Bank Stadium, then enter them for a chance to be recognized as the Wawa Kickoff Kid at an upcoming home game? 10 lucky kids will win a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to run onto the field after the kickoff to retrieve the kicker's tee. Enter at BaltimoreRavens.com/kickoffkid. Well, it is getting down to the thin time now as we get closer and closer to kickoff from M&T Bank Stadium and officially starting the 2025 Baltimore Ravens season, albeit it is a preseason action, but Ravens football is back. And so John Harbaugh is back for year number 18 as the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens and Colts, before they get underway tonight, they did have a joint practice 2 days ago. That was good competition, a good chance for these two teams to see different tendencies, different schemes for the first time all offseason. And Harbaugh spoke about how happy he was to get this underway.
I was really happy when Shane wanted to do it because I know they've got a lot of good players. The wide receivers, I mean, their offensive line is really good. They got a great back. Really good linebackers. I mean, the top linebacker didn't practice, but those other guys, they look pretty good today, especially in 2 minutes. When you can play against really top-notch players like that are not your own guys, it's valuable. It's like a preseason game in that sense for the ones.
And you heard earlier, Zach Gore was speaking. He said there was essentially 2 games this week. That joint practice means a lot as well. And for some of the starters you won't see tonight, that was the only time they were going to get some action this week against the Indianapolis Colts. So a lot was going into that joint practice. They took it very seriously. We saw one fight. Hey, it got broken up. It's in the spirit of competition. I believe it was Tyler Goodson, a depth running back for the Colts, and of course Nate Wiggins got involved too. And I believe Kyle Hamilton's quote was, he was just protecting a teammate. That's what he's doing. He's standing up for a teammate, and oh boy, did he. So that's the background of these two teams coming into this. There was some good action. Zay Flowers looked awesome on the one-on-ones. By the way, so did Anthony Miller. On the other side, you got to look out for the Colts wide receiver, second-year player Adonai Mitchell. A.D. Mitchell, he goes by for short. He was a guy who could have been a first-round talent a year ago. Maybe some off-the-field problems concern some teams, but he ends up in a really good position and has a chance to be a dynamic player alongside Michael Pittman with the Indianapolis Colts this season. It's just about what is the quarterback situation going to be there. The Ravens, the first guy they will get a chance to tee off on tonight will be Anthony Richardson. Very mobile, but very dangerous. It's a big prove-it year for him, and I think Mike Green and some of these other Ravens are going to want a chance to put him on the turf tonight. We continue here. We inch closer and closer to kickoff from M&T Bank Stadium. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
Coming up, we get you ready for kickoff of today's game. This is the Ravens Game Day Network.
Hey Baltimore, get ready for the Ravens season with Lido Pizza's football deal. Get a famously fresh, Square 18-inch Lido pizza with 1 topping and 12 jumbo wings for only $39.99. Founded in Maryland in 1955, Lido Pizza is a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens. Place your order online today at LidoPizza.com. That's LidoPizza.com. And remember, Lido Pizza never cuts corners.
Wawa hoagies are a winning pick for game day. Every hoagie is built to order with the ingredients you crave. Choose your favorite, like a toasty cheesesteak, meatball, or Italian. There's a hoagie for every mood and every appetite. Order ahead for pickup or delivery on the Wawa app. Planning for the game? Wawa Catering has you covered. Make your game day a winner with Wawa hoagies, snacks, and drinks. Order ahead at WawaCatering.com. Wawa is the official hoagie of the Baltimore Ravens.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team for every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
It's finally football season, Ravens fans, and that means it's fall pest season too. Do me a favor, connect with the official pest control sponsor of the Baltimore Ravens, PMSI, for all your pest control needs. PMSI's tenured technicians are trained at removing and preventing all pests, including termites, bed bugs, mice, mosquitoes, wildlife, and more. Visit mypmsi.com or call 410-496-4154 to intercept those pests. PMSI, the official pest control partner of the Baltimore Ravens.
Tune in after the game for the Locker Room Show with Nick Testoni. Highlights, player press conferences, and scores from around the league on the Ravens Game Day Network.
It's time to get ready for kickoff on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Nick Testoni back here on Countdown to Kickoff. But before we get ready to send it to Jerry Sandusky and Rod Woodson, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification right here on the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington, ESPN 630, the sports capital, your DC home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, UVA basketball, and UVA football.
All right, as we get closer and closer here, don't think I forgot to bring up one of the biggest things that people should be looking forward to tonight, and that is the debut of Tyler Loop. It is a new era in Baltimore. They've had Justin Tucker since 2012. They have turned the page here, and so Loop, who was the first ever drafted kicker in Ravens history, will be the guy to go. They cut ties with the backup, John Hoyland, so it is Loop's preseason to pretty much show off and see what he can do. He's been kicking at over a 92% rate in the preseason as far as practices go, and we'll get a chance to see him for the first time in game action, and special teams coordinator Chris Horton just kind of reiterated how important these reps are.
It's very important, right? Because we all know that the games are what matters, right? Making kicks in the games, but Tyler, from the day he walked in, Randy's just taken him and broken down step by step by step what we're looking for, and obviously leg strength is not going to be an issue with Tyler. I mean, he could boom it, right? It's about just being consistent, and he's done a great job of that throughout this camp. You guys saw it yesterday, right? I mean, he was phenomenal out there, just kicking the ball, and he was dialed in, he was locked in. Take that same focus to the game. He's going to be fine.
We also heard from punter Jordan Stout, who, of course, is the holder, and he did discuss how, look, he's going to be using some swingman technology to see how far the football can fly, and some of his kicks this year, Loop has been able to get it up to at least 67 on the season. Okay, we're inching closer and closer here. I will tell you, the pregame warm-ups, first-team offense went as following. Cooper Rush at quarterback, running back Keaton Mitchell. The offensive line went Joseph Noteboom, Andrew Voorhees, Corey Bullock, Daniel Falele, and Roger Rosengarten, and Devontae Walker was out there with the first team. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
Countdown to Kickoff is presented by Toyota. RAV4 is the official SUV of the Baltimore Ravens. Kickoff is next on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Sprinkler Fitters Local Union 669 needs career-minded individuals with experience in the fire protection industry immediately. Start making more money than you are right now with a pension, health care, and more. Apprentices businesses can start making money right now, too, while you earn to learn a career in the fire protection industry. With no student loans to pay off, go to sprinklerfitters669.org. Fire protection saves lives, protects homes, schools, and workplaces. For a fulfilling and rewarding career saving lives in fire protection, go to sprinklerfitters669.org today.
Want to take ESPN 630 wherever you go?
Today, Junior!
Download the newly designed ESPN 630 app from the App Store on your iPhone or the Google Play Store. Use your hands-free setting or Bluetooth connection in your car.
Sensational.
And listen to us no matter how close or far you are from DC. And don't miss a second of your favorite shows from anywhere in the world.
Oh, there it is.
ESPN 630, the sports capital. Now worldwide from your phone.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-827-4006. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-827-4006. 800-827-4006. 800-827-4006.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results vary. Consult with your tax professional prior to enrollment.
We are exactly 1 month from opening night in Buffalo, and the Ravens take on the Bills, but they start season number 30 tonight against the Indianapolis Colts in preseason football. Make sure to stick around after the game and listen to Network Postgame. I'll have all the sounds and highlights of the Ravens and Colts in preseason game number 1. The Ravens are looking to get off to a good start. Tyler Loop is out there getting his warm-up kicks in as he begins his debut for the Ravens, and we will see all the rookies for the first time tonight. What we see coming up next is the Ravens and the Colts, year number 30. Now let's pass it over to the voice of the Ravens, Jerry Sandusky, and the Hall of Famer, Rod Woodson.
Do you remember who he was?
I do not.
He was the coach who followed Vince Lombardi in Green Bay.
Awesome.
Tough to be the guy who replaces the guy. Look, pass pressure is huge for this Ravens team. Second in the NFL in sacks last year. The edge looks to be loaded for the Ravens, especially deep group, and this is a group that the Ravens always rely heavily on.
You know the veterans, Van Noy, Olway, Robinson, Ajabo. We need to see, he needs to make an impact so far, but then Green from Marshall led the country in sacks last year. A quick first step. He fits right into the mix with this Baltimore Ravens defense.
And we saw him against an opponent earlier this week with the joint practice. He flashed. Do you expect to see more of that today?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He has that knack. He has that first quick step, and anytime you have that first quick step, you're going to make it easy for the secondary.
Coming up, our partner, Evan Washburn, joins us with a look at the Ravens' first-round pick.
We hope you never need us, but if you're ever injured in an accident, we'll handle everything with trusted guidance and personal attention so you can focus on what matters most, your recovery. Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
RiceLawMD.com.
When someone treats you like family, you remember it. That's why so many clients send their loved ones to Rice Law, because we don't just handle cases, we take them personally. Rice Law. Best advice, call Rice.
RiceLawMD.com.
Your dog's birthday, the next license plate you see, your first phone number.
How do you choose your lucky lottery numbers?
How about the current mileage on your car?
Feeling lucky? Play Pick 3, Pick 4, and Pick 5 from the Maryland Lottery. You could win up to $500, $5,000, or even $50,000 on a single dollar bet.
Maybe the cost of that sandwich you ordered for lunch.
Your lucky numbers are out there. How you pick them is up to you. Please play responsibly.
Let's go!
Safeway is your headquarters for tailgating. This season, when you're preparing for the next Ravens game, make sure to pick up all your favorite Ravens products, including Coca-Cola and Frank's Red Hot. Stop by your nearest Safeway or have your order delivered right to your doorstep. And don't forget to check out the Tailgaters page at BaltimoreRavens.com for tailgating special offers, contests, and recipes. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
First quarter, brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline.
Moments ago here at M&T Bank Stadium, a nice tribute to the late owner of the Indianapolis Colts, Jim Irsay, passed away in the offseason. His daughter Carly now takes over as team president. Carly and her sisters, the three Irsay sisters, are now co-owners of the Indianapolis Colts, and Colts players will be wearing a J.I. Jim Irsay patch on their jerseys tonight and throughout the upcoming season as they honor the late owner of the Indianapolis Colts. Let's head down to the field and check in with our broadcast partner, Evan Washburn. And Evan, week one, preseason, you got to start the storyline with draft pick number 1 and Malachi Starks.
No doubt, and Jerry, he's been as advertised since being drafted 27th overall back in April. But as we know, when you're a rookie, but especially a first-rounder, there's some stages you have to go through, some boxes you have to check, and that starts rookie minicamp, training camp, first padded practice, and then your first preseason game, that first live action. And for Malachi Starks, he'll get some time tonight, probably a few series into the first quarter. And it's about making a play, of course, but also the leadership. And that's something he's exhibited early in his career here in Baltimore because he won't have his surrounding pieces, that starting group in the secondary of all first-rounders. So he's leading a group that's looking to make some action here in this first game, so it should be fun to watch.
For John Harbaugh, it is the start of season number 18 as the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. He is the second longest tenured head coach with his current team in the NFL. Only Mike Tomlin has been with his team longer. And John Harbaugh, having taken his squad to the postseason 12 of his first 17 seasons, the gold standard is set. The postseason, that's the expectation. And this is a team that believes it is built for another deep run, this time into the month of February. The Ravens won the opening coin toss, and they will receive. And Rob, that's how you know you're in preseason, when you win the coin toss and you receive.
Absolutely. They want this offense to have the ball first. They want to see the flow with this team coming together, especially offensive line, the receiving core, the running backs, everybody playing together, everybody running together.
And we are underway in preseason game number 1 as Keith Mitchell takes the kick across the 25, hit at the 30, and it'll be stopped there. As we take a look at this Ravens offense, it won't look like it will come September 7th when the Ravens kick off against the Buffalo Bills. But, Rod, what are you looking for from this offense tonight?
I mean, first we want to find the depth of the offensive line. I think the starting lineup, we know who that is going to be, but the depth of the offensive line, we want to see Cooper Rush and what type of offense that Todd Monken's going to call when he is in there. And then the wide receiving core, who's going to be those guys after the starting lineup? Who's going to come in and be the additions to make a deep run into the postseason?
Keith Mitchell will carry on first down, looks off of the left guard, but no room there as he is taken down after no gain. Cooper Rush will get the start tonight and likely throughout the preseason. Former Dallas Cowboy, 9-5 as a starter in the NFL.
I mean, he's played, MAC guy, played in the Midwest. Has a lot of starts under his belt, has a lot of reps under his belt. I think it's a really good, solid backup for the Baltimore Ravens.
8 starts last year, filling in for Dak Prescott in Dallas. Empty the backfield here on 2nd down and 9. First pass attempt of the preseason, going to the far sideline, and it is intercepted, but a penalty flag is down. Dayton Wade was the target. It is ruled an interception. The question now is, will it be overturned with an interference? So the first,
I don't know, it's like they're
conclave of officials.
It looked like a solid, easy play.
Alex Johnson had the interception for Indy. Will it stand? Take a look, Rod.
He's just ran an inside fade. They're both getting their hands on him. He did get his hands on the receiver down the field. but look like the Colts are
ruling on the
celebrating.
field was an interception. Pass interference, offense. That penalty's declined. Resulting plays, first down, Indianapolis.
So John Harbaugh wanted a look at his young offense. He'll get a look instead at his young defense as the Ravens turn it over on their first possession.
Yeah, I don't see the pass interference on their offense. He was running the slot fade. The defender was on top of him. They both made contact with each other. I just thought it was a great play by the defender.
Indy will take over first and 10 at the Colts' 47-yard line. And at quarterback for Indianapolis is Anthony Richardson, the 4th overall player taken in the draft back in 2023. We'll see him throughout the first half, or the majority of the first half, before Daniel Jones takes the field. Richardson on first down, off the play fake. Has time, and he throws complete inside the Ravens' 40-yard line. As Adonai Mitchell comes up with a grab. All right, Rob, what do you want to see from this young Ravens defense tonight?
Really, you want to see relentless effort because it doesn't take a lot of talent. You want to see the communication on the back end so they can make adjustments. And then swarm the football. You want to swarm the football as you get out there and make really good tackles in open fields.
Anthony Richardson again off the play fake, under pressure, screen to his tight end. And his tight end will take it down to the 30-yard line. A penalty flag is down as Tyler Warren, the Colts' first-round draft pick, picked up 7 on the play if it stands. And with the Colts offense in retreat, you can tell it won't stand.
Eligible man downfield, offense number 60. 5-yard penalty, second down.
All the early signs of preseason.
Early signs of preseason, you're trying to get a feel when especially in the screen game, that's when the offensive lineman can leave early. First screen of the day for the Colts, and we got illegal man down the field.
Malachi Starks and Sanusi Kane deep for the Ravens defense. Colts will run the ball for the first time today. That's Tyler Goodson with a carry. He stopped at the 41-yard line after a gain of only 2. Brent Irvin just re-signed to the roster last week. A mainstay on that defensive front the last several years. He came back and he took the jersey number of his best friend on the team for many years, Michael Pierce, who retired at the end of last season.
I thought the shirt was going to be a little bit too big on him, but it fits him snug.
They may have tailored it. Very different bodies between those two friends. On 2nd and 13, Richardson wants to throw. Over the middle, that's his first-round draft pick, Tyler Warren, reeling it in at the 35-yard line. It'll set up a third down after Malachi Starks makes his first tackle.
Malachi Starks, he's an outstanding tackler in open field. But look at Richardson dropping back in the pocket. Does a really good job getting the ball to underneath the arms of Brent Irvin, who jumped in the middle of the field.
Malachi Starks getting his first game action, playing alongside with fellow safety Sanusi Kane, who's trying to nail down that third safety spot. On 3rd down and 7, Anthony Richardson out of the gun. Ravens rush 4. Richardson pocket collapsing. His pass is broken up, incomplete. A terrific break on the ball by Jalen Armour Davis. And the kicking team comes on for Indy.
Yeah, Jalen Warren Davis did a tremendous job of sticking to the receiver, running a deep crossing route. Ball thrown a little bit behind him, but that's the opportunity for the defensive back to make up his ground, and he did so.
So Spencer Schrader will attempt a 53-yard field goal try from the left hash mark to cap the Colts' first offensive possession. Kick is on the way. It has the distance, and it is good. Indy strikes first on a 53-yard field goal. And with 11:51 to play in the opening quarter, it's the Colts 3, Ravens nothing on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Listen to ESPN 630, the sports capital, on your Amazon Alexa. Hey, Alexa, play ESPN 630 DC. We are ESPN 630 and ESPN630DC.com.
Spring freshness, trust, great service. Count on us for all your Oriental rug cleaning needs. Just one call to Joe Hadid.
Down, doggy. The dog days of summer bring heat, odors, allergens, and germs. You don't need new rugs. You need Hadid. Let Hadid Carpet Cleaning transform your home or office into an oasis of health and freshness. Wall-to-wall, steam cleaning, hardwood floors, Hadid has you covered. Save even more money without compromising quality on rugs that qualify with Hadid's Express service. The same amazing cleaning for less. Why tax yourself with a new Oriental rug or carpet when Hadid's expert repair and restoration team can renew at a fraction of the cost? Call today and get 50% off sanitizing, disinfecting, and pet odor elimination from your rugs, or 10% off implant rug cleaning. Visit joehadid.com.
Want to take ESPN 630 wherever you go?
Today, Junior!
Download the newly designed ESPN 630 app from the App Store on your iPhone or the Google Play Store. Use your hands-free setting or Bluetooth connection in your car.
Sensational.
And listen to us no matter how close or far you are from DC. And don't miss a second of your favorite shows from anywhere in the world.
Oh, there it is.
ESPN 630, the sports capital. Now worldwide from your phone.
By DraftKings, the official daily fantasy partner of the Baltimore Ravens. And by MedStar Health, the trusted medical team of the Baltimore Ravens and you. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Preseason underway tonight in Baltimore. A week from tonight, it will be on the road in Dallas as the Ravens will be taking on the Cowboys, and then they will conclude the preseason in Washington as they close it out against the Commanders with an afternoon game, a noon kickoff on August 23rd. It all sets up the season opener, September 7th in Buffalo against the Bills, where the Ravens season ended a year ago in the playoffs. It begins in 2025. You know, certain players are already thinking very much about the outcome of that game, the outcome of both of those games, Rob.
No, absolutely. You know, when you have expectations that you're going to be in the Super Bowl and you fall short of that, you have that sour taste in your mouth coming back the following year.
Keith Mitchell's kick return out to the 29-yard line. We're already seeing the landscape change in the kicking game with special teams in the NFL, with the rule change this year that a touchback, a ball kicked into the end zone, puts it at the 35-yard line of the offense. In talking with Ravens players, they said, look, nobody wants to give Lamar the ball at the 35-yard line, so they're going to make these kicks returnable.
Oh, absolutely. And this is going to be a great opportunity for Mitchell as the season goes on for him to make some big plays in the kicking game.
Cooper Rush will operate under center. Keaton Mitchell alone in the backfield on 1st and 10. They give it to Mitchell. Gets through a hole, crosses the 34-yard line, and is drilled out of bounds at the 35 after a game of 6.
Yeah, when I first saw Mitchell, he looked like he was bigger. He has that same explosion. We talked to him this week, and he said, I feel that I'm back. I feel I have my same explosion that I had 2 years ago.
Said he went through quite the crisis after his injury where he felt like he disappeared. After a burst of popularity in his rookie season, all of a sudden the injury left him on the outside looking in. Mitchell will carry again, picks his way through a crowd, but will only get a couple after the 36-yard line, setting up a 3rd down. You've gone through that as a player, and the first time you do it as a young player, it is almost disorienting to go from being a popular guy on the team and in the town to suddenly you're invisible.
I mean, think about it. He was the talk of the town. Then he got injured, and he said it was crickets. Nobody talked to him. And he relied that his close-knit friends and his family had to be the group that he was going to depend upon.
Rasheen Ali comes into the backfield on 3rd down and 2. Toss to Ali, left side, and he gets the 1st down with a second effort.
Ooh,
or
close.
did he?
That's close.
All right, so we should get the look. Now they're going to say he had. I thought we might get the first look at the Sony Hawkeye because they are no longer measuring for 1st downs. It is all done digitally now. But they called that by the naked eye. The chains move as Todd Monken sees his offense start to get a little bit of traction. Todd Monken has so many weapons to work with this year. It will be so much fun to see how he uses all of the talent that is on this offense.
Yeah, how do you distribute the football to so many great players?
Cooper Rush will throw. Quick release complete to the near sideline. And that's Tylan Wallace, who is shouldered out of bounds after a 9-yard gain by Jonathan Edwards.
Yeah, Tylan Wallace last year just made big play after big play on special teams and receiving and got rewarded with a nice contract.
First time in Cooper Rush's career, he is playing on a team outside of the NFC East. Most of his career in Dallas, had a year with practice squad with the Giants, but now it's to the AFC. Here's Keaton Mitchell on second down, bounces to the outside. There's the burst. He's to the 40, 35, and he's tracked down from behind all the way down to the Indianapolis 28-yard line.
Yeah, outside stretch to the right side. He did a great job of dipping inside and then hitting him back out. He slowed down that outside backer, if you see that, and he went right outside. And he's using that speed. He told us this week that he feels that he is back.
A 23-yard gain for Keaton Mitchell. And the Ravens have it at the Indy 29. Mitchell remains in the backfield. Off the play fake, Cooper Rush delivers to Charlie Kohler with a completion, and Kohler tumbles down at the 22-yard line.
I like Charlie Kohler because he's that old school wide that just, he blocks. He'll come out on those little boot plays like this. He's just one of those gritty, tough football players that you love to have on your football team.
Todd Monken told us how much respect he has for Kohler. He came out of college as a receiving tight end and learned how to be a blocker, a good blocker at this level, which is not easy to do. On second down, they give it to Mitchell. Right side, another hole. He's to the 10. Mitchell to the 5. Touchdown, Ravens! Keaton Mitchell is back, and the Ravens are in front.
And the one thing that we did see 2 years ago, he was hard to bring down in the open field. And he feels that he has that same explosion, that same power. And he said he added about 5 pounds of muscle. And if that's the case, it's going to be really hard to tackle this guy in the open field.
It's that for back-to-back runs, a 23-yard run and then a 22-yard touchdown run. It's one thing to tell everybody you're back. It's a far different thing to show everybody you're back.
And I think that's even proven to yourself. Like he said it in his head, yes, I am back. But going out there and getting some hits and making those big plays in his first drive in a year and a half.
Here's sixth-round draft pick Tyler Loop with the extra point attempt, and Loop is right through the uprights and good. 8:10 to play in the opening quarter. The Ravens have their first lead of the game with Keaton Mitchell taking a hole and then take it over as the Ravens lead at 7-3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines rapid rewards bonus points, and much more.
At DraftKings, we're all about responsible gaming. Sometimes you got to know when to hold up. There are no locks or sure things, so know when to fold up. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek. Looking for a smarter way to do your banking? At APG Federal Credit Union, you're the MVP. We're not for profit, so you get lower fees, better rates, and a team that puts you first. No fine print, just hometown service with real heart. So while the Ravens crush it on the field, you can crush your financial goals. Visit apgfcu.com and become a member today. That's apgfcu.com. Serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Harford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA. Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines rapid rewards bonus points, and much more.
First quarter, brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline.
It's 10 yards a carry. That's a nice compliment to Derrick Henry.
Yeah, you think?
Todd Monken has a smorgasbord of opportunities and options when it comes to putting together his game plans this year. So Tyler Loop now will have his first kickoff, and while he has a booming leg, he's going to have to learn how to soften the kick so he doesn't put the ball into the end zone for a touchback. And he has not learned the lesson yet, as that one will be set the 35-yard line.
He took a step and a half, looked like he barely touched the ball, and the ball went floating into the end zone.
He has a huge leg. We've seen it in training camp. We've seen it in the joint practices. He hit a 63-yarder in training camp the other week that hit the net, which means it would have been easily good from 70 yards.
When is the last time a kicker had 33?
Probably the 50s, when nobody was paying attention to numbers. That's a great question.
I saw it in practice. I was like, 33? What? Wow.
If you took a couple years off as an NFL fan and came back, you're wondering, how is it defensive ends have single digits, linebackers have zeros, and kickers have 33s? Have you heard about Bitcoin yet? It's an upside-down world. On first down, the Colts will go to the ground game, and the Ravens will have none of it.
Listen, the number one rush defense in the National Football League last year, they take pride in stopping the run. They were 31st in pass defense, but that's because they were winning so many football games. Teams had to throw the ball against them.
Second down at 10 coming up after DJ Giddens, a rookie fifth-round pick out of Kansas State for the Colts, was stopped for no gain. Well, Anthony Richardson, a former Colt first-round draft pick, getting the start. Led the Colts to a field goal drive in the opening touch. And he's under pressure. Oh. Buried by David Ojabo back at the 26-yard line. Robbie came clean off the edge, and Anthony Richardson is heading to the sideline. He's in pain.
Oh, he is right there. He's coming off that edge, and he is going to come unblocked. Oh, only thing I would love to see him swipe at the ball as he's making the tackle to try to get that strip sack fumble.
So Anthony Richardson trots immediately to the sideline, holding his right arm gingerly by his side, and now Daniel Jones will come in far ahead of schedule as the Colts are looking at a 3rd and 18. They'll go to the inside handoff. Giddens will work his way across the 30, far shy of the first down, and Indy will punt the ball for the first time tonight. Well, David Ojabo was one of the guys on the edge we did not talk about in the pregame because he has not yet arrived on the landscape. But you make a couple of hits like that, and you'll have everybody talking about you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and I said it in the pregame that he needs a big preseason to get that confidence that I can play in the National Football League.
Had a knee injury coming out of college, then an Achilles injury. Has not had great health, but he looked healthy there. Roberto Sanchez will punt it. And that's the rookie, LeJante Wester, bounces off the crowd. Tries to pick his way through the crowd, still on his feet. And he finds some room to run down the far sideline. LeJante Wester, a 6th-round draft pick. And he's all kind of pumped up. David Ojabo lights up the crowd as the Ravens have the ball when we get back, leading at 7-3 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Toyota's national sales event is happening right now. So stop by your local dealer to check out Toyota's incredible lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. From the roomy RAV4 and Grand Highlander to the rough and rugged Tacoma, all packed with comfort, tech, and cargo space. Or test drive a sleek and sporty Camry or Corolla, designed for amazing style and great MPGs. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Hurry, offers end September 2nd. Toyota, let's go places.
Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek.
It's finally football season, Ravens fans, and that means it's fall pest season too. Do me a favor, connect with the official pest control sponsor of the Baltimore Ravens, PMSI, for all your pest control needs. PMSI's tenured technicians are trained at removing and preventing all pests, including termites, bed bugs, mice, mosquitoes, wildlife, and more. Visit mypmsi.com or call 410-496-4154 to intercept those pests. PMSI, the official pest control partner of the Baltimore Ravens.
First quarter, brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much, much more. 7-3, Ravens lead it. First quarter, 6:01 to play. LeJontay Wester with a 17-yard punt return on his first touch in special teams. Nice start for the 6th-round draft pick, and he is our player profile, brought to you by Autumn Lake Healthcare. Cooper Rush continuing at quarterback off the play fake on first down. His screen pass is broken up, intended for Rasheen Ali.
Yeah, Rasheen Ali just took his eyes off the ball. Got to make sure he catches it first before he takes off. The blocks were there.
Those are those little, screen plays, traps, the timing plays that you really need preseason and training camp to get down, because it's 11 men and you've got to be on the same page or you see what happens. It's 2nd and 10. Cooper Rush bunching 3 receivers to the left. He'll hand it off to Ali, and he is taken down for a loss. As Colts defensive end JT Tuamolo gets the penetration, and the Ravens facing a 3rd and long.
And JT is a really good player coming out of college. One of those guys can be disruptive.
Indy's 2nd-round draft pick this year. Colts with 2 deep safety coverage, and Cooper Rush looking at a 3rd down and 11. Pocket collapsing, and Cooper Rush is taken to the turf all the way back at the 35-yard line. And that time, it was Adetomiwa Adebawore, as Indianapolis now officially leads the NFL in impossible names to say.
Yeah, Rosengarten just got his outside hand chopped down, and once you get your outside hand chopped down, them coming up, and when the defensive end gets past your hip, it's hard to recover.
Jordan Stout hits a booming punt, hangs in the autumn air, fielded at the 15. And a nice return by Anthony Gould, breaks a tackle and gets it all the way out to the 36-yard line. Indy ball when we get back. Ravens in front, 7-3, first quarter on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Super Sale and get 40% off paints and stains August 8th through the 14th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
Spring freshness, trust, great service. Count on us for all your Oriental rug cleaning needs. Just one call
Down, doggy. The dog days of summer bring heat, odors, allergens, and germs. You don't need new rugs. You need Hadid. Let Hadid Carpet Cleaning transform your home or office into an oasis of health and freshness. Wall-to-wall, steam cleaning, hardwood floors, Hadid has you covered. Save even more money without compromising quality on rugs that qualify with Hadid's Express service. The same amazing cleaning for less. Why tax yourself with a new Oriental rug or carpet when Hadid's expert repair and restoration team can renew at a fraction of the cost? Call today and get 50% off sanitizing, disinfecting, and pet odor elimination from your rugs, or 10% off in-plant rug cleaning. Visit joehadid.com.
Richardson was rocked on a sack by David Ajabo. Richardson was scheduled to play the first quarter and a half, but after that hit, his night officially done now, and it will be Daniel Jones likely throughout the rest of the first half. Daniel Jones, the former New York Giants starter, has DJ Giddens in the backfield. Jones to throw. Fires a strike to the rookie tight end, Tyler Warren, and Warren is wrestled out of bounds after he picks up a first down. Rod, we were talking about Tyler Warren in the joint practice. He's a kid you followed closely in the Big Ten.
Big Ten kid, tight end from Penn State. He's a true playmaker. And, you look at the trend in the National Football League, finding those type of tight ends in the draft and getting them on your roster is a critical piece of the puzzle.
And for the young Ravens safeties and secondary players, it's good to have future stars that you have to cover right out of the gate. 1st and 10. Jones off the play fake, almost intercepted. Nice break on the ball, but unable to secure it was 6th-round draft pick Bilal Kone.
Yeah, Kone just needs to put his foot in the ground and come on downhill. Yeah, he had a great opportunity. Obviously, he saw the receiver sitting in front of him. You don't get those opportunities too often in the National Football League where the ball comes your way.
2nd and 10 for Daniel Jones of the Colts. Inside handoff. And that time the Ravens defense stout after a short gain for DJ Giddens. Brent Urban up front.
And I want to see, since Michael Pierce retired, I want to see, because he was one of those run stoppers in the middle of the field for the Ravens, like who's going to take that spot? Who's going to be that guy for the Ravens this year that's going to be that run stopper consistently throughout the year?
They brought in the veteran free agent John Jenkins, who I doubt we'll see tonight, former Raider, to be a space eater. But you're right, that's a huge role to fill, both physically and metaphorically. 3rd down and 7 for the Colts. Daniel Jones, pocket collapsing, and Jones is sacked back at the 38-yard line.
Green, was it Green?
Adisa Isaac and Mike Green meeting at the intersection of Daniel and Jones.
I mean, they came off the edges, opposite sides, and Green got there first, but Isaac got him down, and that's a good blend when you can get your young players to go out there and get after the quarterback and make them uncomfortable.
And that is the 2nd sack for Science from Constellation, as Rigoberto Sanchez will punt to Ravens rookie LeJonte Wester. Wester had a 17-yard return on his first try. Fields this one cleanly. And again he's got an alley. Wester at the 30. 2 men to beat. Wester could be gone.
He's gone.
Midfield and rolling. And the rookie 6th-round draft pick will take it to the house. LeJonte Wester, 87 yards. And he delights this Ravens crowd in the preseason opener.
I think we found a punt returner for the Ravens. Great vision by him, and that's what makes, obviously making being elusive, but finding that open lane is what makes him a great returner in the National Football League.
He's a player who is catching our eye throughout training camp with his play at receiver. He's a terrific little slot receiver. You don't see a lot of full contact punt return practice in training camp, so you weren't really sure what he was going to do. But now we've got a pretty good feel that you can check the box. As Rod said, the Ravens have a new punt returner. Tyler Loop with his 2nd extra point attempt. Tyler Luke is good. Let's take another look at LeJonte Wester's 87-yard punt return. Rod, take us through.
Watch his vision go back to the left side right there. Then he cuts all the way back across the field to Grain to find that open field. And once he gets that last guy, once you get past the punter, that's a touchdown.
TJ Tampa with the last block on the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez.
But it's the vision to get back to the backside of that punt return, because he was going left. Then he looked up and he saw nobody to the right side. That's what makes great punt returners in the National Football League, the Devin Hesters of the world.
And he showed great vertical speed. We've seen his quickness throughout training camp, but that time, that's straight running. That's a 440 sprinter there, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, that was every bit of 4.4, 4.3.
Last year, the punt return coverage was the issue. The Ravens gave up a pair of punt returns last year. This year, they might feel like they can swing the table in the other direction with LeJonte Wester. We're showing Wester on the Ravens vision boards at both ends of the stadium.
He's getting everybody geeked.
There's a young man who's enjoying the start of his career. Tyler Luke gets the job done, dropping the ball down inside the 10. And the return by Tyler, check that, DJ Giddens, will end at the 30-yard line. One last look, Rob.
To make the splash of a team that has Super Bowl contentions and aspirations, you have to make plays like this in the in the preseason to make the roster. And this is what he's doing. He's 2 electric plays already in this punt return for a touchdown after a second touch in the National Football League.
First quarter of tonight's broadcast brought to you by the Maryland Problem Gambling Helpline. 1st and 10, Indy. Ball just shy of the 30. Daniel Jones throws a strike to Tyler Warren, and Warren is out across midfield as the rookie from Penn State will move the chains into Ravens territory at the start of the Indianapolis drive.
Yeah, Penn State versus Cal Buchanan. And Buchanan just got his eyes stuck in the backfield a little bit too long and stepped up a little bit too quick.
Colts will go quick up-tempo, no huddle on offense. Jones swings it out of the backfield, incomplete.
I mean, Jones has been playing 6 years in the National Football League, and sometimes as a player, you got to hit the reset button. And maybe for him, coming to the Colts is that reset button, and I'm thinking that's what the Colts are hoping, that they find that lightning in a bottle like Sam Darnold did when he went to Minnesota.
Had some injury issues in New York, had some pressure issues. That is a tough spot to break in as a rookie quarterback. Now it's take 2 for Jones and Indy. His pass is complete at the Ravens' 40-yard line. Coming down with a grab is Ashton Doolin, a 7th-year receiver. For the Colts, he'll get about 7 on the play. We'll mark it as an 8-yard pickup. Indy going up-tempo, a 3rd down and 2 in the final minute and a half of the opening quarter. And a second effort by DJ Giddens will move the chain for the Colts.
And the one thing that makes it hard when an offense goes no huddle, especially in the preseason, you don't have, and they have a 13-play drive. You don't have those long drives and practices normally. And this is going to be the first time that they're going to get tested when you're tired, and can you still think about what your responsibilities are in each defense that's going to be called.
2 young inside linebackers, Trenton Simpson, Teddy Buchanan for the Ravens. Daniel Jones with plenty of time. He's got a strike and he's got a completion down to the 15-yard line. As Mitchell comes up with a reception for Indy, and now the Ravens defense is backed up.
Yeah, I mean, what you want to see from the inside linebackers, they stopped their feet when they saw the pass play, but they still got to get the depth to help that safety out.
Colts in the Old Bay red zone for the first time tonight. Pass incomplete as Daniel Jones was looking for Anthony Gould, and Sanusi Kane had the coverage. Sanusi Kane, now a 2nd-year player out of Purdue. First Purdue player, Rod. First Purdue player ever drafted by the Ravens.
Hammer-ups.
And he's got a chance to step into a significant role. With Ardarius Washington out for the season with an injury, the Ravens now need that 3rd safety because Zach Orr likes the 3 safety configurations. They know the first two are Kyle Hamilton and Malachi Starks. Sanusi Kane trying to fill that role as the third safety. On second down, Daniel Jones lost for the end zone. It sails incomplete.
Great job by Tampa. He was a double move. He didn't bite. He stayed on top of the receiver. Quarterback Daniel Jones had to throw the ball away.
4th-round pick a year ago out of Iowa State. What's the biggest difference for a young player as he moves from year 1 to year 2? What do you know in year 2 that you just don't know as a rookie?
That I belong. The game is a little faster, but I do belong. Then you start understanding where you belong inside of each defense.
It is 3rd and 10, and Daniel Jones awaits the snap of the shotgun. Ravens with a 4-man front. Jones to throw. Fires to the end zone, incomplete. Contact, but no flag. But a Ravens shaken up at the end of that play. Bilal Kone, the 6th-round draft pick, reaching for his left leg as the training staff comes on. Doctors Leanne Curl and Andy Tucker and the medical team out to take a look at Bilal Kone, one of the Ravens' 5 6th-round draft picks. Couldn't see if he got tangled up. We'll step aside and let the medical team take a closer look at the injured Ravens rookie, Bilal Kone. "12 seconds remaining in the opening quarter with the Ravens in front of the Colts, 14-3 on the Ravens Game Day Network."
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team for every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek. Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
They have brought out the injury card for Bilal Kone. He got tangled up at the end of that last play and immediately needed medical assistance. A heartbreaking moment for a rookie who's had a solid start in training camp. And now you have to hope that it isn't as serious as the scene would lead you to believe. But you can feel the broken heart of this young man.
Yeah, I mean, they brought out the air brace, and that's something you don't want to see.
So Indy's drive will come to an end. They'll bring on the kicking team as Spencer Schrader, who hit a 53-yard attempt, will try now from 33 yards. Schrader's 33-yard kick is up, and it is good. 9 seconds left in the opening quarter. And John Harbaugh sees his Ravens in front, 14-6. Well, as we start to look a little farther into the future, to the month of September, here's how the Ravens' early season schedule will shape up right out of the gate. The quarterback matchup that will have everybody's attention. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, September 7th in Buffalo. The home opener for the Ravens against the Cleveland Browns. Rob, what's your guess for the Browns starting quarterback in Week 2?
Can we flip a coin on that one? I'm going to say it's going to be Joe Flacco.
Me too.
Joe Flacco, he can't run like he used to, but he still can throw the football.
And then it's prime time, Monday, September 22nd at home against Dan Campbell and the Lions. That early schedule quite demanding for the Ravens, to say the very least, because after the Lions, it's the Chiefs. So you've got 3 terrific opponents and a division opponent in the first 4 games.
Which is always tough. Cleveland always plays them well.
Here's Keaton Mitchell from inside the 5. Looking for an alley, sidesteps 1 tackle. And is ushered out of bounds at the 25. So we've seen some flash now from the young returners. Keaton Mitchell in the kick return game, LeJonte Wester in the punt return game. And the Ravens will start the final drive of the first quarter with 1 second left in the opening frame.
Yeah, and that's something last year. Last year in the kick return game, they were 20th in the National Football League. And a punt return, they were 16th in the National Football League. So that's an improvement they definitely can make this year.
Devin Leary now comes in at quarterback, so it will be Leary's game the rest of the way as Keaton Mitchell bursts through the line and picks up 9 yards to close out the opening quarter. One quarter done. It's the Ravens in front, 14-6 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
When the Ravens take the field, Baltimore stands united. And just like your favorite team, APG Federal Credit Union is built on trust, teamwork, and hometown pride. Whether you're saving Preseason tickets or tackling your next big goal, APG Federal Credit Union has your back with great rates, local service, and a game plan for your financial future. Join the team that's proud to cheer for the Ravens and Proudmoore, Harford, and Cecil counties, federally insured by NCUA.
Planning a move? Von Paris Moving and Storage will handle all the details. Whether your move is within the state of Maryland, across the country, or overseas, Von Paris can customize their services to meet your needs and budget. Their relocation experts will provide a free no-obligation estimate and answer any questions or concerns about your upcoming household or office moving requirements. Call Von Paris Moving and Storage today at 410-888-8500 or visit vonparis.com. Von Paris, always going the extra mile since 1892. Proud to be the official mover of the Baltimore Ravens.
Toyota's national sales event is happening right now. So stop by your local dealer to check out Toyota's incredible lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. From the roomy RAV4 and Grand Highlander to the rough and rugged Tacoma, all packed with comfort, tech, and cargo space. Or test drive a sleek and sporty Camry or Corolla, designed for amazing style and great MPGs. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Hurry, offers end September 2nd. Toyota, let's go places.
Set, but the stars are out at M&T Bank Stadium. Lamar Jackson, Kyle Hamilton, Derrick Henry, all taking in a look at the next generation of Raven stars. Rob, we've loved what we've seen from Keaton Mitchell so far.
A year and a half ago, if Keaton Mitchell doesn't get hurt, I think they go to the Super Bowl because he was so explosive. And he said it in our meeting this week, is that he feels that he's back, and he has proven that so far in this game.
Keaton Mitchell, 6 carries, 62 yards. His long run so far, a 22-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. That game summary brought to you by Shepherd Pratt. Ravens start the quarter. 2nd and 1. Here's Keaton Mitchell. Nice. Spins out of a tackle and picks up the first down.
Nice jump cut. Then the spin when the contact was made. And that's what we said the first year that he was there, is that it's hard to bring this guy down on the first hit. He's slippery. He is a lot stronger than he looks.
Cooper Rush went most of the way at quarterback in the first quarter. Finished 2 of 4, 16 yards, 1 interception. It's been the ground game and the special teams that have lit up the crowd here so far in the preseason opener. Devin Leary at quarterback now for the Ravens. Off the play fake. Leary with good protection near side, and it's broken up, and a flag is down. It was intended for Dayton Wade. Samuel Womack had the coverage.
Yeah, Leary has to get that ball to the sideline so the defender doesn't have an opportunity to get back to the ball.
Leary, a 6th-round pick a year ago, spent last year on the Ravens practice squad.
Pass interference. Defense number 33. The ball we place at the spot of the foul, automatic foul.
They grabbed him at the top of the route. And anytime you put your hand out there and you grab that outside shoulder pad, the ref is going to definitely throw that flag.
Dayton Wade's had 2 targets in this game and 2 interference calls. 1 against him, 1 for him. 1st and 10 Ravens at the Indy 45. It's Rasheen Ali alone in the backfield. Ali will get the carry, steps out of 1 tackle, works his way inside the 40. And is down to the Indianapolis 36. Nice piece of running for a gain of about 7.
And I like Ali putting his foot in the ground, getting vertical against the defense. Don't want to always run east and west. Sometimes you have to put your foot in the ground and get up the field.
Ali, a 5th-round pick out of Marshall last year, native of Cleveland. They likely grew up a Browns fan. Finds himself in the AFC North against the Browns. It's Keaton Mitchell returning to the backfield. And Mitchell will carry. Bounces off a big hit. And still picks up about 2 yards. It'll set up a 3rd down and 1.
Outside zone run. Keaton Mitchell being patient. It's a nice tackle in the middle of the field.
And you can see from the wide shot of the field, the chain gangs are still present on both sidelines, but first downs are now measured using the new Sony Hawkeye technology.
I just want to see it.
Saw it in the Hall of Fame game. It's like watching a video game. It's just classic virtual reality. Here's Rasheen Ali, stuffed right at the line. I believe he's going to be short.
He's going to be short. Half a yard.
But let's measure using the Hawkeye technology so Rod can see it, shall we? If only you had that kind of clout. They're not doing it. Come on, Rod's a Hall of Famer. Give the man what he wants. It's a home game. John Harbaugh will give the crowd what it wants. He'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
It's Rasheen Ali in the backfield. Devin Leary under center. This might be the tush-push. It is. And that will get the Ravens the 1st down. The tush-push was hotly debated at the owners' meetings this year in the offseason. And there were proponents for and against. Apparently it was very, very hotly debated, but it lives. And we'll see a lot of it this year. The Ravens were in favor of keeping it.
I mean, back in the day, you couldn't help runners with the football in any capacity by pulling or pushing. And now you can.
Back in the day, you also could not leap over a defender.
Yeah, that's way back in the day.
Back in the day, they didn't have face masks.
Leather helmets.
On 1st down, Ali cuts back, but he won't get far. Only a yard on the play.
Did they have mouthpiece back in the day?
I doubt it. I'm not sure they had plastic. Way back in the day. Yeah. Look, my dad was a rookie in the NFL in 1950 with the Cleveland Browns. They did not have face masks that year. The second year, they had plastic face masks.
So were the helmets plastic or leather?
The helmets, I think they were leather, but a plastic shell on them. And they're nothing like what they look like today. And it wasn't until like the mid-50s that full face masks came into play. On 2nd down, Leary to throw. Far sideline, it is caught, but ruled interference on Indianapolis. It's Tez Walker coming up with a grab. The gain will stand regardless of his feet were inbound or not because of the interference call. But what concentration.
That was great concentration. Underthrown ball, back shoulder.
Pass interference. Defense, number 35. The ball be placed at spot of the foul, automatic 1st down.
And that puts the Ravens in the red zone, the Old Bay red zone. Tez Walker was not in bounds. I didn't think his feet were in bounds, but the play stands because of the pass interference.
Great concentration, though.
4th-round pick out of North Carolina a year ago. Power I formation. Keaton Mitchell Sweeping to the right, steps out of one arm tackle, and fights his way forward for maybe a half a yard. Joe Bocci on the stop for the Colts. Good ball security by Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah. Definitely trying to get it stripped out.
Rasheen Ali will check into the backfield. 2nd down and 10 coming up. This drive for the Ravens on the 9th play. They've had it for a little more than 4 minutes. Keep Kirkwood in motion. Leary with time. Back end zone. Overthrew Tez Walker, who was open in the back of the end zone, but Leary had too much air under the ball. Tez Walker's had a lot of positives said about him in training camp. He's a long receiver, good speed. Has shown on this drive great hands.
They said he's been flashing in training camp, and I mean that's what you want from all your players. You want to see them flash. You want, when it comes down to how you're going to reduce the roster, you want those tough decisions.
3rd down and 10. Leary in the shotgun will spread out 4 receivers. Indy rushes 4. Leary tries to escape. He throws, intercepted, picked off at the 10-yard line. Devin Leary with a costly red zone interception, and the veteran Joe Bocci comes up with a pick. 6th-year veteran for the Colts ends the Ravens' drive in the red zone.
Yeah, you just can't throw the ball late over the middle.
Indy ball when we get back. 10:09 to play in the half. 14-6 Ravens on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Sprinkler Fitters Local Union 669 needs career-minded individuals with experience in the fire protection industry immediately. Start making more money than you are right now with a pension, health care, and more. Apprentices can start making money right now, too, while you earn to learn a career in the fire protection industry. With no student loans to pay off, go to sprinklerfitters669.org. Fire protection saves lives, protects homes, schools, and workplaces. For a fulfilling and rewarding career saving lives in fire protection, go to sprinklerfitters669.org today.
Let's go! You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Let's go! You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification right here on the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington, ESPN 630, the sports capital, your DC home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, UVA basketball, and UVA football.
Years old. We'll be hearing from Lamar when he checks in with us down from the sideline. He'll be talking with Evan Washburn here in just a minute or two. He's had another solid camp. Rob, when you're at this level that Lamar Jackson is playing at, you're not going to do anything in training camp that wows anybody. His level of success is January, February. Everything that can be done in the regular season, he's done.
Listen, a guy who threw 41 touchdowns last year, 4 interceptions, 2 MVPs, should have had his 3rd this past year. He's going to be graded and talked about once the postseason comes, because he's going to play extremely well like he always does in the regular season. And once they get to the postseason, he's the only quarterback that has multiple MVPs without a Super Bowl trophy.
And he has every other box checked on the resume. Daniel Jones continues at quarterback for Indianapolis. On 1st down, Jones off the play fake. Throws complete to his tight end out to the 16-yard line. And that's Andrew Ogletree with the reception. Disa Isaac took the fake Had he not taken the pitch fake, he would have had a clean shot at Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I don't think his job is to take the dive.
Bo Braid on that last play with the tackle, the former Terp. Also in the fight for that third safety position. Tyler Goodson with the carry, and he'll be stopped right at the first down marker. Let's see where they spot it. I'm going to say it's 3rd down and inches for Indy.
Yeah, and in this first preseason game, you always see the wear and tear after the first quarter because everybody in the first quarter comes out all energetic. And as the game gets going, their body starts getting tired, and the guy who is in best shape, they're going to play the best football down the stretch.
On 3rd down and 1, Tyler Goodson picks up the first down. We'll head down to the sidelines. Evan Washburn standing by with Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Lamar, great to see you. Thanks for taking some time. Fireworks early in this game. What do you think of some of your teammates on the offensive side of the ball, Keaton and LeJohntay?
Man, them guys looking awesome. I've been seeing it in practice. Earlier this week, we were joint practicing with those guys. They did pretty good on defense with the Colts. But I feel like our guys coming out flying, man. They're doing the right things.
You mentioned the joint practices. That was your game day. What did you take away from that experience personally, and as that first-team offense got some real work in?
Yeah, I believe we did pretty good. You know, we're not showing everything, you know, because we don't know if we might see those guys in the long run. But we got a pretty good work. We got pretty good work, and we look good to me.
Year 3 with Todd Monken. What was the offseason like when you guys were talking about building another version of this offense? What were some of the things you guys leaned on and focused in on?
Man, every aspect of the game. You know, try to clean up everything, like the turnovers. You know, what happened in the playoffs and stuff like that. Just being on the same page throughout games and this whole season. That's all.
How about for you personally? I thought it was great that you made the point. You're just getting started. Maybe year 8, but you're just 28. Yeah. Where would you say you are in the spectrum of your career, both physically, emotionally, mentally, all of it?
Right where I need to be. Right where I need to be. That's all.
So if you're just getting started, what do you have in store this season, leading this offense, but this team too?
I'm just say put your Ray-Bans on. Put your Ray-Bans on, man. It's going to be go time. Starting week 1.
Lamar, we always appreciate the time, man. Great to see you. Looking good as always, and preseason ice is on point.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Evan, always.
The always elusive Lamar Jackson. Whether you're trying to tackle him or interview him, it's impossible to pin him down.
Evan, you need to put that chain on.
On 3rd down, Daniel Jones, after a pair of incompletions, slings it near sideline and is broken up. Jalen Armour-Davis with the break up on a pass intended for Adonai Mitchell. All right, Rod, give me a jewelry estimate. What do you think the retail value of that jewelry is that Lamar is sporting?
Man, I tell you what, I'm not a jewelry guy, but I'm thinking, no less Dan is, though. What do you think? 150,000?
Our spotter Dan Lundeen has weighed in with an estimate of 150K.
Oh my God, I just got sick of this.
Rigoberto Sanchez will punt. And LeJohntay Wester awaits his 3rd punt return. Flag is down. Wester comes to the near side. And this time he is taken down after about a 5-yard return. Let's get to the bottom of the penalty flag. Preliminary signal holding on the Ravens. If we get a chance to talk to Lamar again, I'd like to know, where do you buy that?
During the kick, holding. Receiving team number 39. 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down, timeout.
Ravens will have the ball when we get back. They lead the Colts 14-6. Just under 8 minutes to play first half on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports, not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, Ravens flock, we've got a deal that will make you flock to your nearest McDonald's. If our opponent misses a field goal during any home or away game, then you get a free piece Chicken McNuggets with minimum $1 purchase the next day on the McDonald's app. And if our opponent misses 2 field goals, you'll be upgraded to a free 10-piece. What's good for the Ravens is good for the flock. Download the McDonald's app to redeem this deal. And that's not all. Earn free food when you order through the app. Offer valid at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day. Visit McDonald's app for details.
This Ravens season, get in the game at Safeway. Coming September 5th, enter their Flock In and Win sweepstakes for your chance to win autographed jerseys, helmets, and more. Safeway has everything Ravens fans need to tailgate or host like a pro. Download the Safeway app and make game day easy when you order your tailgate essentials online with flash pickup or delivery in as soon as 30 minutes. Starting tomorrow, shop the Ravens items of the week. Lay's potato or kettle chips, 2 for $7 when you buy 2. Or clip the digital coupon for Frito-Lay multi-pack for just $9.99. Download the Safeway app to start shopping now. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm Josh Spiegel from The Morning Show.
And I'm attorney Randolph Rice with Rice Law.
Randolph, what's the best advice if someone's hurt in a car accident?
Best advice? Call Rice.
What if they're hurt in a motorcycle crash?
Best advice? Call Rice.
Bitten by your neighbor's chihuahua named Butch?
Best advice? Call Rice.
So if you're hurt in Maryland, it sounds like the best advice is call Rice.
That's right, Josh. When results matter, so does your lawyer.
So get the right lawyer right now.
Rice Law. Visit ricelawmd.com for help today.
A couple years ago, but man, it has been amazing. And this right here, this group of backs, Derrick Henry, we know what he does. Justice Hill worked his way into getting a really good contract, and Keaton Mitchell's coming back now. Todd Monken, how do you use all those guys?
He said you're only going to get 60 to 70 plays a game. 30 of them are passes, so you've got 30, 35 carries, and every time Derrick Henry isn't carrying the ball, there's part of you that's going to flinch, but at 31 years old, Derrick Henry, maybe with a few less carries, goes deeper into the season. Absolutely. All the things Todd Monken has to think through as this season begins to unfold. That's Dearness Johnson, former Jaguar and Brown running back, getting his first carry of the preseason as a Raven.
Yeah, I tell you what, I know Keaton Mitchell's dad, and he has a lot of confidence in Keaton. And I know Keaton now has a lot of confidence in himself. He knows he belongs in the National Football League, and he has shown that he's a big playmaker when having the opportunity.
Anthony Mitchell, an undrafted free agent, part of the Ravens Super Bowl 35 team, a teammate of Rod's that celebrated the Ravens' first ever Super Bowl, as Rasheen Ali will carry to the 17-yard line, setting up a third down. And what are the odds both his father, Anthony Mitchell, and Keaton Mitchell both arrive with the Ravens as undrafted rookie free agents and do big things?
It is. I mean, it's
an amazing family tradition.
It really is. And, you know, you think, you know, Anthony Mitchell and Keaton. Anthony Mitchell was a playmaker, but Keaton Mitchell, man, I think he can be really special in the National Football League.
And flags prior to the snap as the Ravens jump the snap count.
False start. Offense number 81. 5-yard penalty.
Tez Walker picks up the flag. The Ravens back up 5 with 6:41 to play in the opening half. John Harbaugh focusing very much this camp on improving his special teams. It's always a major focus for the former special teams coordinator, but we've seen great evidence of progress so far tonight in the preseason opener. Now Devin Leary backed up into a 3rd and 10. Slings it near side, broken up. He was looking for Dayton Wade. And the punt team will come on for the second time tonight as Jordan Stout will have to kick the ball away.
Nice breakup and a little quick out route.
Jonathan Edwards, a rookie out of Tulane, who knocked it down. Anthony Gould is deep for Indianapolis. Gould will let that one sail out of bounds into the Colt bench area. This is always one of the more interesting experiences to see how they spot these. They triangulate it, and they'll spot the ball at the 45-yard line of the Colts. So great field position for Indy to start the drive.
You want to see every rep that this defense gets, that each player that's out there understands the defense that's being called by Zach Orr, and they go out there and play fast, physical football like the Ravens normally do on defense.
There's some young potential impact players on that defense right now. Bo Braid, Sanusi Kane at safety, TJ Tampa, Jalen Arbor-Davis at corner.
Yeah, we got Teddy Buchanan in the middle.
Trenton Simpson. And Teddy Buchanan making a stop there after a gain of 3 as Indy goes to the run game with DJ Giddens.
From Cal, so we know he's smart enough. Now he has to go out there and just play football. I think nothing overwhelms you, but he's just one of those guys that just knows how to ball. And those are the type of guys you love having in your football team. A guy named Hardy Nickerson that I played with from Cal way back in the day, who had a long career, knew how to play football.
2nd down and 7. As Daniel Jones continues at quarterback for Indy. Jones under pressure, escaping, extending, and his pass is caught at the 30-yard line. An acrobatic catch by Ashton Doolin after Daniel Jones acquitted himself from a collapsing pocket for a 25-yard gain.
Yeah, Daniel Jones did a great job. And it looked like Armour-Davis was trying to figure out who was going to make the play. Was it going to be him? Was it going to be his safety coming in? And neither one made it.
Bo Braid with a shoestring touchdown-saving tackle.
Absolutely.
But now Indy threatening. 1st and 10 at the Ravens' 27. Daniel Jones wanted to throw, but a flag before the play could unfold as Indy is going to be penalized 5.
Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
And as you see two players coming together who neither one of them made the play and they let the receiver catch the football, in our minds we always say, I'm going to make the play.
Let's head down to the sideline where Evan Washburn is standing by with the King, Derrick Henry.
Derek, appreciate the time. Great to see you. Keaton Mitchell has been the star of this first half. What does he bring to this offense now healthy?
He's really been the star at camp. He's got his feet back under him. He's been explosive all camp. He's just showing you what he's been doing all through training camp. So it's no surprise to us. We knew he'll have this type of game today.
Year 2 for you in Baltimore. It almost feels like you've been here for years. What is it about this city, the organization, this team that's allowed you to be so comfortable and effective here?
Yeah, I'm just embracing everything. I want to be a great teammate and be effective in my play and come in and earn the respect of my teammates since I got here. So, yeah, just trying to establish an identity with my style of play to fit in their culture. And, we had a good first year. Looking forward to this year.
The Ravens Productions folks did a great job kind of taking us behind the scenes to your off-season workouts. It showed the amount of work you put in. That's what you're able to do, what you do out here. How do you feel physically going into year 10?
Yeah, I feel great. Try to do the best I can to get my body prepared for another season and take care of my body. I feel good, and training camp's been going well, and looking forward to the weeks prior leading up to the season.
Lastly for you, when you've accomplished as much as you have, what continues to drive you and get you to do those workouts, those hills, to get you ready for a season?
Yeah, I just love getting better, elevating my game year after year, pushing myself to work the hardest, and I always think that somebody's working harder than me, so I got to do more. So, that's just what I've always done. It's been my mindset, and I love the work, and hopefully it pays off when the season comes.
Yeah, it's been effective. We appreciate the time. Good luck this year, Derek.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Evan. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. When you hear Derrick Henry saying he's afraid somebody's working harder than him, I can't fathom anybody working harder than him. If you've ever seen his offseason workouts, they'll bring you to tears and exhaustion just watching him. It's amazing what he does. It's 3rd down and 5 for Indy. Daniel Jones throws, complete, flag down, in for the touchdown reception is Ashton Doolin.
Pass interference on the offense.
So they will call back the touchdown.
Pass interference, offense number 85. 10-yard penalty. We play 3rd down.
But going back to what Derrick Henry has talked about, you get better in the offseason when you work in the dark. You get bigger, faster, stronger to make yourself better during the season. He's done it every single year of his career.
He does a hill workout where he'll have somebody with resistance bands behind him or have a huge weight on his back, and it's like a 45-degree incline, and he's sprinting up the hill. He brings to mind Jerry Rice and Sweetness, Walter Payton, with the off-season workouts that nobody else in the NFL at the time could keep pace with. That's the caliber of work Derrick Henry puts in. On 3rd and long, Daniel Jones going for the end zone, and it sails high and incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Ravens 4th-year corner, Jalen Armour-Davis.
Yeah, I think Walter Payton was the first guy I seen do those hard hill workouts in the offseason. Then Jerry started doing them. We did them. Obviously, we never filmed ourselves because we were on the track, on the field, in the swimming pool. But the great players do that on a consistent basis, and the guys who make a big difference in the league normally work night and day to get better.
Spencer Schrader will attempt his 3rd field goal try of the night, this one from 39 yards. Schrader's kick is up, and it is through the uprights and good. And with 2:14 to play in the opening half of the preseason opener, it is the Ravens 14, the Indianapolis Colts 9. Take a look at this Ravens defense. They've stopped Indy's scoring drives, forcing the Colts to kick field goals. What stands out for you, Rob, from this defense?
Getting pressure on the quarterback. I mean, Oweh came in, got a nice sack on Richardson, made Richardson leave the game. Getting pressure on Daniel. I mean, this is just one of those. You think about what the Ravens do consistently well throughout the last 15 years. They've always played really good defense.
Zach Gore, like any coordinator knows, he gets smarter as his pass rush gets better.
Pass rush helps the secondary in coverage every single day.
Take time away from a quarterback, you take options away from an offense. Zach Gore talked in training camp about how much more comfortable he is. You talked about the players making the jump from year 1 to year 2. For a young coordinator, it's night and day.
And he had Dean Peeves to help him out last year, and this year he got Chuck Pagano. He has another guy who's been through the rigors, and that he can be a sounding board for.
And the Ravens kick return. Rasheen Ali has an alley, cuts through the 30, 40. Ali in midfield, tripped up by the kicker. Indy 35, and Rasheen Ali will be taken down inside the 25-yard line. Rodney Thomas with a touchdown-saving tackle for the Colts. And the Ravens special teams continue to focus on the word special.
Oh, man, that was a good run. He hit that seam going 100 miles an hour. You see him act like he was going across, hits backside right there. Now you just got to outrun the kicker. He gets by the kicker. Really good vision. Good burst to get through that hole.
And that's a competition John Harbaugh talks about. We've talked at length about this running back room. Don't overlook Rasheen Ali. He wants to prove he's an impact member of that group as well. Devin Leary delayed handoff. Ernest Johnson taken down after a 3-yard gain, and it brings us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, opening half. It's the Ravens 14, the Colts 9 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Looking for a smarter way to do your banking? At APG Federal Credit Union, you're the MVP. We're not for profit, so you get lower fees, better rates, and a team that puts you first. No fine print, just hometown service with real heart. So while the Ravens crush it on the field, you can crush your financial goals. Visit apgfcu.com and become a member today. That's apgfcu.com. Serving Baltimore City and Baltimore, Harford, and Cecil counties. Federally insured by NCUA.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly. Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hey Baltimore, get ready for the Ravens season with Lido Pizza's football deal. Get a famously fresh, square 18-inch Lido pizza with one topping and 12 jumbo wings for only $39.99. Founded in Maryland in 1955, Lido Pizza is a proud partner of the Baltimore Ravens. Place your order online today at LidoPizza.com. That's LidoPizza.com. And remember, Lido Pizza never cuts corners.
WBAL News Radio 1090, FM 101.5, and the WBAL.
Ladies and gentlemen, our departure has been delayed.
Season opener with the Ravens in front, 14-9. Defense holding the Colts to 3 field goal tries. And now the Ravens offense trying to see if the offense can get the ball in the end zone to close out this half after a huge half, Rod, by the Ravens special teams.
Special teams been special. I mean, you got guys getting touchdowns, big plays. Ali gets a long return. If you can be good in special teams and your offense and defense be solid, you can do a lot of good things for this national football.
Dearness Johnson with a hole, and he barrels down to the 15-yard line. He'll set up a 3rd down and 1. Colts are going to take a timeout. Shane Steichen stopping the clock with 1:51 as the Ravens work their way through the Old Bay red zone. They got down to the Old Bay red zone with Devin Leary earlier in the half, and then he threw an interception, which is not what a young quarterback is trying to put his body and work together. Last year in the 3rd preseason game, Leary had a pair of interceptions.
You have to, if you're holding the ball and you see the receiver late, the defense normally sees the receiver at the same time.
On 3rd and 1, Ernest Johnson. Nice little hesitation move. He'll pick up the 1st down.
Got the 1st down.
And Indy will use its 2nd timeout with 1:46 left in the half. Well, we talked about the special teams play. LeJonte Wester's 87-yard punt return for a touchdown here in the first half. Our speed play of the game brought to you by Zips Cleaners. Shane Steichen hoping to conserve some clock so he can get the ball back to Daniel Jones to close out the half as the Ravens offense tries to close out this drive. Set up by the Rasheen Ali kick return. And Ali is in the backfield. He'll get the carry, patient to the line, sidesteps one tackler and backs his way down to the 10-yard line, but penalty flags follow him to the turf.
I came a little late on the front side of the run.
Holding, offense number 76, 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
That's Darian Dalcourt, the Ravens' young offensive lineman. As an offensive lineman, if the official calls your number, it's about the only time you're going to get a spotlight, and that's the last thing you want.
Yeah, that is not what you want.
Typically, great play by offensive linemen is something that is discovered in the film room on Monday by the coaches.
Yeah, I mean, he jump cut. I don't think the interior defensive lineman would have made that play, but he doesn't know that, and he's trying to make that block.
Devin Leary will hand it to Rasheen Ali, steps out of one tackle. Ali to the 10, to the 5, and he's down to the 3-yard line. Rasheen Ali making a statement that if you're going to talk about the running backs room, you better talk about him too.
A really good burst to get that inside zone run, but he sees the whole open up outside, and he just puts his foot in the ground to get outside.
19-yard run for Rasheen Ali, and now the Ravens will have it first and goal from the 2.
Ali is making his name known also tonight.
Last year he had 10 carries for 31 yards. Tonight he's topped those figures. High snap pulled down by Leary. Ali change of direction, and he is in. Touchdown Ravens! Well, Rasheen Ali started it with a kick return. He ends it with the touchdown run.
Really good vision. It was an inside zone run. He jump cut inside. The outside defender jumps inside. It's an easy touchdown for him to get outside.
All of the Ravens' points coming from their young players. Keaton Mitchell, LeJontay Wester, Rasheen Ali, and now Tyler Loop will make his 3rd extra point attempt. It's what you want to see from the young core of your players when given the opportunity. Loop's extra point try is good. Well, that was the Rasheen Ali highlight film, that whole drive.
Just very patient inside, set up his outside blocks. And then the touchdown run, you just see him in inside zone run, just jumps cut to the outside and overpowers the defender to get into the end zone.
Are those skills that coaches can teach a player? The skill here, to me, is peripheral vision, where, okay, it's obvious what's in front of him is closed, but you've got to make a split-second decision whether you're going to bounce it left or right, and that's not a luck thing. He clearly knew what he was doing.
The really good runners that come through the National Football League have that vision where they can see where the old hole can open up. It's not always where it's designed for us. Like this might be the 2 gap to the front side. It might be the backside 5 gap, right? So you just never know at times, and the really good runners can see those gaps and get to them.
Loop's kick returned across the 20 to the 30. And Tyler Loop making the tackle at the end of that return by Anthony Gould. Tyler Loop.
And you can hear the name. You can hear Loop. So that's going to be the new thing coming out here. I kind of like it.
We knew he could kick.
Well, he has 33, so he has to be able to tackle. Or 33, is that an offensive number normally?
33, I would typically think running back. Tony Dorsett comes to mind for 33. For every number, if you go through every number, as a football fan, you'll be one player you immediately associate with that number.
Absolutely.
Colts will go to the ground game. Tyler Goodson gets the carry.
This is good work for the defense to get into a 2-minute drill against an opponent in a game situation. It's good teaching tape for Zach Orr.
This is kicking coach Randy Brown teaching Tyler Loop. Don't get into the body, just push him out of bounds. Daniel Jones pass complete into Ravens territory. Ashton Doolin giving the Colts a shot at putting up more points in the final minute of the opening half. They practice everything at Ravens training camp, and Randy Brown is not going to give up on Tyler Loop. Just push him. Use his momentum. Don't get into body tackle. That's how you get hurt. Long snapper Nick Moore having some fun with the rookie kicker as well. Daniel Jones with time in a pocket. He throws incomplete. Broken up by Bo Braid. The former Terp making a nice play on the ball. Stops the clock with 43 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, I mean, and if Daniel Jones would have threw that ball outside, Bo Braid was in a great spot to get interception.
You know, we were having fun with Tyler Loop on that tackle, but realistically, with the new kickoff format that the NFL has used these last 2 seasons, kickers have to be aware that they could very well, as you saw on that play, become part of preventing a kick return. It's very different from the old days where the 11 guys lined up at the 35-yard line.
Oh, absolutely.
Indy with a 2nd down and 10, 45 seconds left in the half. Ravens up 21-9. Daniel Jones' pass is caught. And a good tackle made by Jalen Armour-Davis.
Yeah, Jalen Armour-Davis is trying to keep everything in front of him.
3rd down and 2 for the Colts. 27 seconds left in the half. Daniel Jones' pass sails high and incomplete. P.J. Tampa had the coverage. The target was Ashton Doolin.
And you can see every player on offense and every player on defense going kind of in slow motion because this is the first time they've played a lot of football at full speed. They're fatigued.
The Colts will have a 4th field goal try for Spencer Schrader. He hit from 53 to start this game. And this will be 52. Spencer Schrader from 52. Plenty of leg. Off the upright and no good. So Zach Orr's young defense gets the stop in the final minute of the opening half. And just a reminder, on that missed field goal, it means you get a free 6-piece McNuggets with a minimum $1 purchase on the McDonald's app tomorrow at participating restaurants. And hey, the second half, if there is another miss, you're upgraded to a free 10-piece McNuggets with a minimum $1 purchase. Available tomorrow at participating McDonald's, only on the McDonald's app.
Can you buy some for $1 at McDonald's? Is there something that's for $1? Ice cream? Drink?
I'm going to say yes. Judging from what I just read.
Apple pie?
I'm going to avoid mansplaining this because I don't really know. 15 seconds left. Devin Leary under pressure. Hit. Ball comes loose. That is ruled a fumble. And the Ravens recover it at the 37-yard line. Great hustle by Big Ben Cleveland. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as time expires. Rod, the Ravens head to the halftime with a 21-9 lead. What's your takeaway from half number 1 of preseason game number 1?
The individuals we've seen who want to have a really good first half, we've seen that. Keith Mitchell. I think the defense has played extremely well, holding them only to 9 points in the first half. So everybody who's out there, Ali has played extremely well so far in the first half. All those individuals who need that opportunity are taking advantage of it.
And in the second half, not as sexy as watching quarterbacks and wide receivers and punt returners, but we'll see a lot of the backup offensive linemen start to rotate in, and that's a big focus of this summer as well. David Ajabo with a big quarterback crunching hit as the Ravens head to the locker room at halftime, leading 21-9. LeJonte Wester lighting up the crowd here in the preseason opener on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or personal loans, help is here. As Americans continue to pile up astounding credit card debt levels with high interest rates to make ends meet, debt relief is being made available through National Debt Relief that could reduce a significant portion of what you owe if you qualify. For many, continuing to struggle making minimum monthly payments could take 25 or more years to pay off. National Debt Relief has already helped over 550,000 Americans reduce their debt by negotiating directly with their creditors. When you call, you'll be amazed at how much you can save and how quickly you can become debt-free. If you want off the debt treadmill, call National Debt Relief today. You don't need to declare bankruptcy, and you may qualify for significant debt relief. Call the Relief Hotline now to check what savings you may qualify for. Dial 800-428-5757. 800-428-5757. That's 800-428-5757.
It's part sports.
We have football on the brain.
Part pop culture.
Dennis Leary. True or false? You refuse to wear a glove with Mickey Mantle's signature on it for the movie The Sandlot.
The Red Sox blood, the Bruins blood, they run deep.
And in the best celebrity interviews.
Robert De Niro here on The Rich Eisen Show. How are you, sir?
Just got over a 24-hour virus.
The antidote is to appear on The Rich Eisen Show.
There you go. I would have done it earlier.
And you've got The Rich Eisen Show podcast.
There is a medicinal quality to appearing on this program.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Listen to ESPN 630, the sports capital, on your Amazon Alexa. Hey, Alexa, Play ESPN 630 DC. We are ESPN 630 and ESPN630DC.com.
Life can bring us disruptive moments, like a cancer diagnosis, which is why the groundbreaking work of Stand Up to Cancer is so vital. Join Stand Up to Cancer and Myrtle Beach to help families make new memories for years to come. Go to standuptocancer.org.
Time for the Halftime Report. This is the Ravens Game Day Network.
Nick Testoni with you on Halftime Report. The Ravens lead the Indianapolis Colts 21-9 at the break here midway through preseason game number 1. 3 touchdowns from Baltimore, all from 3 younger stars who are not exactly solidified their roles just yet. So good to see that, including one rookie with an electric first half, LaJohntay Wester, a pair of really impressive punt returns, including a long one for a touchdown. Keaton Mitchell and Rasheen Ali also have punched the football into the end zone for Baltimore today. You have 3 field goals from Spencer Schrader from the Indianapolis Colts that have given them their 9 points. Looking at the stats, Cooper Rush did not play a lot. Just, I believe, the first 4 series, he finished 2 for 416 yards. Daniel Jones has gotten a lot of work for Indianapolis after Anthony Richardson was knocked out of this game by David Ojabo, who came completely free on a rush off the free side. So the Ravens have a 21-9 lead. They will look to continue that going forward. They have had some really nice moments. They've also had some sloppy moments with a couple of turnovers and some penalties as well. We'll get to the highlights coming up here on Ravens Halftime Report. You are listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
Coming up, the Maryland Lottery play of the first half.
See website for details. Bills Happen must not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to billshappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
Bills Happen is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to billshappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to billshappen.com. That's billshappen.com. Billshappen.com.
Hey Birdland, cheer on the Orioles Saturday, August 9th against the Athletics at Oriole Park at Camden Yards at 7:05. Arrive early. The first 20,000 fans will receive an Adam Jones Orioles Hall of Fame bobblehead. Snag this giveaway featuring Adam Jones holding his signature post-game pie. Before the game, honor new Orioles Hall of Famers Adam Jones, Joe Orsulak, and Tom Davis during an on-field ceremony. Buy your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets.
Hey, y'all, I'm Blake Shelton. Being from Oklahoma, I know a thing or two about natural disasters. Tornadoes are common where I'm from and have affected my life and the lives of people I care about. No matter where you live, be aware of the dangers in your area and have a plan. You can create an emergency kit, come up with an evacuation plan, and know where to seek shelter. You never know when a disaster may hit. These simple steps can help save a life. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Now, a recap of the first half on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Thanks to Tony back here on Ravens Halftime Report. Let's get to how we got to the 21-9 lead for Baltimore at the break. Baltimore did get the football first, and it was Cooper Rush getting the start for the Ravens with Lamar Jackson sitting this preseason game out. And just 2 plays in, the first pass attempt for Cooper Rush was not a great one.
First pass attempt of the preseason going to the far sideline, and it is intercepted, but a penalty flag is down. Dayton Wade was the target. It is ruled an interception. The question now is, will it be overturned with an interference?
It was not. It was ruled offensive pass interference. So the Ravens turn it over 2 plays in. Alex Johnson picks up the interception. The Colts get great field position at the Indianapolis 47. Adonai Mitchell added a 15-yard reception. It got the Colts down into field goal range, but they were stopped on a 3rd and 7 by Jailer Armand Davis, who had a great first half. He breaks up a pass, so it forces on Spencer Strader for the first point attempt of the game.
Kick is on the way. It has the distance, and it is good.
So 3-0 Indianapolis. The second drive featured a lot of Keaton Mitchell. A 5-yard run on 3rd and 3. Rasheen Ali would get the 3 yards for a good first down, and then Keaton Mitchell would start to show a little burst.
Here's Keaton Mitchell on 2nd down. Bounces to the outside. There's the burst. He's to the 40, 35, and he's tracked down from behind all the way down to the Indianapolis 28-yard line.
Just a couple of plays later, Keaton Mitchell with an explosive run for the Ravens' first points.
On 2nd down, they give it to Mitchell. Right side, another hole. He's to the 10. Mitchell to the 5. Touchdown, Ravens! Keaton Mitchell is back, and the Ravens are in front.
Yeah, that would make it 7-3. Tyler Loop knocks in the point after attempt. David Ojabo got a free rush on a quarterback, and he knocked the Indianapolis starter out of the game.
The Colts to a field goal drive in the opening touch. And he's under pressure. Buried by David Ojabo back at the 26-yard line. Roddy came clean off the edge, and Anthony Richardson is heading to the sideline. He's in pain.
Yeah, and later, Anthony Richardson was ruled out with a finger injury. Daniel Jones played the rest of the half. So LaJohntay Wester had a 17-yard punt return in his first attempt, and it was a good one. His second one somehow was even better.
Wester had a 17-yard return on his first try. Fields this one cleanly. And again, he's got an alley. Wester at the 30. 2 men to beat. Wester could be gone.
He's gone.
Midfield and rolling. And the rookie 6th-round draft pick will take it to the house. LaJohntay Wester, 87 yards. And he delights this Ravens crowd in the preseason opener.
Yeah, and Wester's 87-yard punt return for a touchdown is the play of the half, brought to you by Maryland Lottery. The Colts would go down and hit a field goal. That'd make it a 14-6 game. And the Ravens got great field position, but it was interception. Devin Leary threw it to Batchy, so the Colts were able to deny Baltimore there. A field goal later, it's now 14-9, and Rasheen Ali with a huge kick return, 69 yards before the half would come to an end, and then he would finish the drive.
High snap pulled down by Leary. Ali change of direction, and he is in. Touchdown, Ravens! Well, Rasheen Ali started it with a kick return. He ends it with the touchdown run.
Yes, and that would make it 21-9. The Colts will get one more shot late as time came to the end, and it would be a missed field goal. Doink off the left upright by Spencer Strader. The Ravens would run one more play before the end of the first half. Not sure why they did. It was a strip sack of Devin Leary, but they were able to hop on it. So that's where we stand, 21-9. The big star Keaton Mitchell, 9 carries for 68 yards and a touchdown. The Ravens are in control right now. The Indianapolis Colts will get the football to start the second half. Expect to see a lot of Devin Leary the rest of the way, as they have already pulled Cooper Rush. But the Ravens looking to start the 2025 preseason with a win. They're halfway there with a 21-9 advantage. Second half action is coming up here on Ravens Game Day Network with Rod Woodson and Jerry Sandusky. You're listening to the Ravens Game Day Network.
The second half kick is straight ahead on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Let's go! Safeway is your headquarters for tailgating. This season, when you're preparing for the next Ravens game, make sure to pick up all your favorite Ravens products, including Coca-Cola and Frank's Red Hot. Stop by your nearest Safeway or have your order delivered right to your doorstep. And don't forget to check out the Tailgaters page at BaltimoreRavens.com for tailgating special offers, contests, and recipes. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
Hey, Ravens flock, we've got a deal that will make you flock to your nearest McDonald's. If our opponent misses a field goal during any home or away game, then you get a free piece Chicken McNuggets with minimum $1 purchase the next day on the McDonald's app. And if our opponent misses 2 field goals, you'll be upgraded to a free 10-piece. What's good for the Ravens is good for the flock. Download the McDonald's app to redeem this deal. And that's not all. Earn free food when you order through the app. Offer valid at participating McDonald's. Valid one time per day. Visit McDonald's app for details.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team for every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Third quarter, brought to you by Safeway.
Finding a new kicker. We've only seen field goals today from Tyler Loop, but we have seen him in training camp. He's got the big leg, and we've seen him hit on all 3 of his extra points. Tyler Loop, Rod said he met him today in the elevator, and he thought it was a member of some other player's family. He's so young looking.
He looks like he's 15, but he has a leg like he's 25.
And we have seen that throughout training camp. We'll look for that some more. He's the only kicker in camp, and not only can he kick the ball, but he can sort of tackle.
I know coach don't want him to make the tackle. I like the toughness. Go make the tackle.
I love that Randy Brown, the kicking coach, is showing him just push the ball carrier out of bounds. Keep out of harm's way, because once you find a new kicker, you want to keep that kid around. You want to keep him healthy.
Absolutely.
You want your kicker to be the guy who's available for the next big kick, not the guy who just made the next big tackle. So Tyler Loop will handle the kickoff duties and the kicking duties, of course, for the rest of the night, and we would certainly think for the rest of this season. This kid has stood up to every challenge so far, including learning how to pooch it, which he does there, and avoids the touchback. As Indy will return it.
Get outside.
And a flag is down. Khalil Herbert had the return.
During the return, holding, 53, receiving team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Let's head down to the field and check in with Evan Washburn.
Fun conversation with John Harbaugh at half about the style of play we've seen through the first 2 quarters of this game. He actually, maybe he was listening to the broadcast because he referred to it as a leather helmet type of game when you look at the run-pass disparity in terms of yardage. Asked him specifically about the LeJontay Wester performance in that first half. Not just the punt return touchdown, but just he really appreciated the confidence in which he attacked the ball and made plays. So a number of bright spots here and maybe some passes in the second half.
As the Colts will start the second half on the ground. Khalil Herbert with the carry for a couple. Ravens only had a handful of passing yards in the first half. A net of 3 passing yards in the first half. Riley Leonard now in a quarterback for Indianapolis, the rookie 6th-round draft pick out of Notre Dame for the Colts. Ravens with a 4-man rush. Leonard's pass is broken up. Terrific break on the ball by rookie free agent Keon Martin out of Louisiana. He's a guy who has a football pedigree. His father Manny played defensive back for the Houston Oilers and the Buffalo Bills. Dad now the head football coach at Dillard High School in South Florida.
Yeah, it was a nice break on the ball. If he just turns his head, he got a great opportunity to get an interception.
Puts the Colts into a 3rd down and 7 on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Riley Leonard under pressure escapes, trying to run, and he will extend for the first down as he lunges across the 30-yard line before Bo Braid can bring him to the turf, but the Colts offense will stay on the field.
Really good job by Leonard extending the play. No one's open and tucking that ball and getting the first down for the Colts.
Riley Leonard kept it on the read option, but Mike Green forced him to go in the other direction. You talk about regretting a decision. As he pulled the ball on the fake handoff and looked and saw Mike Green crashing down, he knew he made the wrong choice.
Well, he put his foot in the ground and went the other way and still got 4 yards.
Green is a young guy who has stepped up to expectations so far as a 2nd-round draft pick. Ravens have big hopes for his future. Riley Leonard off the play fake. He's got his tight end, and that's good for a first down out to midfield. Let's talk about Mike Green, 22-year-old from Williamsburg. Led the NCAA with 17 sacks a year ago. I don't care where you're playing football. If you get 17 sacks, if you're playing Nerf football, that means you're a monster off the edge.
It tells me you have a quick first step, and I'm pretty sure he has a quick first step, and he always has a spin move off of that.
And we've seen his bull rush, which has been fairly impressive in training camp as well. Riley Leonard will hand it off, and the Ravens defense stout, giving up no yards on the first down run.
And that's one thing the Ravens defense has always been prideful on, is stopping the run first, making the offense one-dimensional, put them in pass situations, and then you let your rushers go after them.
While this is in no way, shape, or form resembling the names we'll see in the regular season, the stats are fairly typical of a Ravens game. The Ravens have 119 yards rushing, the Colts 43. Riley Leonard under blitz pressure, his pass is knocked down. Terrific play by William Quinku, who reached up and batted the ball down. Third-year player out of Temple.
Yeah, that's a really good job of getting the depth, finding and reaching out. See how he got depth? He looked at the last second and reached up with that left hand and got that tip.
A lot of different ways to get to the NFL. Quinku was born in Cameroon, didn't come to the U.S. until he was 14. He was an undrafted rookie free agent with the Vikings in 22. Was on the Ravens practice squad a year ago. Bo Braid on the blitz. Pass deflected at the line, and it falls incomplete. And that time it was Aeneas Peebles, the 6th-round draft pick out of Virginia Tech, who got his hands on the ball.
Yeah, as he's rushing, if you can't get to the quarterback, get your hands up and you can get those tips and overthrows. And luckily for the Colts, the ball landed on the ground.
So 2 athletic moves by the Ravens defense, and now the punt team comes on for Indy as the Colts opening drive of the third quarter stalls at midfield. This time it will be Anthony Miller on the receiving end, signals fair catch, and makes it back to the 5-yard line. Ravens offense on the field for the first time in the third quarter. When we get back, 21-9, Ravens lead it on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10, $20, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-647-8866. That's 800-647-8866. Once again, that's 800-647-8866.
I thought it was a rash, but my doctor said it was a tick bite.
Ticks can spread Lyme disease and other illnesses, leading to chronic health issues.
My brother was always having asthma flare-ups. A roach problem at home was causing it.
Allergens left behind by roaches and rodents are a major driver of asthma attacks.
When I had a fever and body aches, I never thought it was West Nile virus.
Mosquitoes breed in standing water and can spread serious diseases. Get the facts at pestworld.org. A public service message brought to you by the National Pest Management Association.
Third quarter, brought to you by Safeway.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification right here on the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington, ESPN 630, the sports capital, your DC home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, UVA basketball, and UVA football.
Our yearly pilgrimage, we get to come here. I'm a big believer that these guys see what it looks like, get an opportunity to get a break from the dog days of camp, come support our big brothers up the road, and hopefully make some friends and fans that'll come check us out on Saturdays.
No doubt. What excites you as you guys are starting to build the 2025 version of the Terps?
I love the newness. It's a bunch of guys here. Some are for the first time going to suit up for us. We got some veteran players with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder based on how last year finished up. It's like Christmas in August for us, and we're excited about this upcoming season. Expect a bounce back from the Terps.
Give us a sense of just the grind that is the Big Ten these days and trying to compete, not just when it comes to Saturdays, but also just recruiting and bringing in the talent that you do have.
Yeah, the Big Ten is by far the best of both worlds, one of the strongest, if not the strongest academic conferences. But we also won a couple national championships the last few years, and for us, we get an opportunity to compete against the best each and every Saturday right down in Terpsville, and we love to have the fans from Baltimore come on down the road and help support our flagship university.
Lastly, stylistically, I know each year the roster dictates how you want to play. When you look at the way you built this roster, offensively most notably, what are some things that fans should expect?
Well, for us to be able to play well in November, we know we got to be able to run the ball and stop the run. Those are the two areas we haven't been very good at the last couple of years. Everyone knows we've got athletes, but we wanted to increase our toughness, play a physical brand, because the win in the Big Ten in November is going to be toughness and in the trenches.
Mike, always great to see you, man. Good luck.
Thank you. Great for having us. Thanks for having us.
Great to see Coach Loxley and his Terps players here at M&T Bank Stadium. A big year ahead in College Park for them as Devin Leary's pass is batted down in the end zone. And the Ravens are looking at a third down and 11 coming up on their first offensive possession. Coach Lox looks like he's been hitting the gym. He looks terrific. He lost some weight. There's something about motivating your players when the coach is in better shape. I've seen it with John Harbaugh. I was talking with Jair Alexander, was talking about when he came to the Ravens. I said, what's the big difference here? He said, you come here and the coach can squat 400 pounds. I relayed that to John Harbaugh, and he said, it's 405. Everything's competitive.
Don't cheat me.
Everything's competitive. But it matters to the players. Leary on third down, going deep, near side. He was looking for LeJohntay Wester, but that ball was thrown out of bounds and uncatchable. So the Ravens will punt the ball away with just under 11 minutes to play. LeJohntay Wester showing his speed in the special teams. Had a step on the defender.
He did get by him.
So check the box on does LeJohntay Wester have speed? We know he had quicks. He has speed as well.
Yeah, a guy like that doesn't look like he's moving real fast, but his strides shows you get on top of you really, really fast as a defender.
Tolman Owen fields the punt by Jordan Stout, and Owen weaves his way across the 45 to the 46 of the Indianapolis Colts. 10:46 to play third quarter. Ravens 21, Colts 9 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also a bug in the basement with the frightening number of legs owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com and bring home a new American Standard heating and cooling unit, rated the highest in customer satisfaction year after year. Built to a higher standard, American Standard Heating and Cooling and MidAtlanticComfort.com. That's MidAtlanticComfort.com.
Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill up. Download the Club Citgo app today.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Let's go! Safeway is your headquarters for tailgating. This season, when you're preparing for the next Ravens game, make sure to pick up all your favorite Ravens products, including Coca-Cola and Frank's Red Hot. Stop by your nearest Safeway or have your order delivered right to your doorstep. And don't forget to check out the Tailgaters page at BaltimoreRavens.com for tailgating special offers, contests, and recipes. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens fans, visit BaltimoreRavens.com to enter for a chance to become the Southwest Airlines captain of the game. You could win tickets to a 2025 Ravens home game, custom jersey, Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards bonus points, and much more.
Third quarter, brought to you by Safeway.
To lock in your seats today. Year 30 for the Ravens in Baltimore. Rod, quiz time. How long did the Colts play in Baltimore?
28.
31. Pretty close. 31 years. The Colts have been in Indianapolis 40 years. They've been in Indy longer than they were in Baltimore. And both teams, Colts and Ravens, went to 2 Super Bowls while in Baltimore. Colts 1-1, Ravens 2-0. On first down.
Good stat right there.
To the air, and a big completion down to the 30-yard line of the Ravens as Indy strikes with a 24-yard gain. Laquan Treadwell spent some time with the Ravens, coming up big on the opening play of the second possession for Indy here in the second half. Riley Leonard continues at quarterback. And the Ravens will take a timeout.
Snap. First charge, timeout. Baltimore, 30 seconds.
With 10:16. When they were in Baltimore, the Colts played 2 arguably of the most important championship games in league history that would change the direction of the league. The 58 NFL championship, the overtime game in which they beat the Giants, televised, changed, called the greatest game of all time, but it was a televised game. It went to overtime. It just took the league to a new level. And then as painful as it was, Super Bowl III, where the Colts lose to Joe Namath and the Jets, that really set the stage for the realization that the merger was going to happen, that the AFL was legitimate. It completely legitimized the AFL. And it grew the NFL and its popularity. Again, as painful as it was for Baltimore Colt fans. And the tight end jumps for Indy.
Ball start. Offense number 80. 5-yard penalty.
Jerry, you're a very good storyteller.
I appreciate that. I lived that story with Super Bowl III. My dad was an offensive line coach for the Baltimore Colts, and that was the longest offseason of my life. Did I cry? You better believe I cried. Back at the team hotel, I'm on the elevator with Johnny Unitas, Don Shula, and my father, and I'm crying. And years later, I looked back and I thought, why was I crying? They were the ones who lost the Super Bowl. Ground game nets little for the Indianapolis Colts. And if you are of a certain age, if you remember Johnny Unitas and the Baltimore Colts, they were foundational.
I got one of his jerseys.
Johnny Unitas and the Baltimore Colts are foundational in the Baltimore Ravens because Steve Bisciotti, the owner of the Baltimore Ravens, was a huge Colts fan. There's a legendary photo of him meeting Unitas at training camp in Westminster.
Oh, wow.
Riley Leonard's pass is complete to the 26-yard line. It'll set up a third and manageable for Indianapolis with 9.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
And all the guys who are getting playing time now, this is an opportunity to show not only the Baltimore Ravens that you belong in the National Football League, but 31 other teams that you belong in the National Football League.
We were talking about Johnny Unitas. You remember where he started his NFL career?
I didn't know.
With the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Did he really?
They cut him and they kept a backup quarterback named Ted Marchibroda. And Unitas was picked up by the Baltimore Colts. Riley Leonard will scramble for the first down. He's to the 10, he's to the 5, and he's finally pushed out of bounds before he can break the plane. A 21-yard scramble for the former Golden Domer from Notre Dame.
And all the pass rush integrity, interior defensive linemen cannot go inside. 2 guys went inside. One has to stay outside in the B gap. And that's right where Leonard took off. Got that first down.
So now the Colts threatening to score their first touchdown of the night. Khalil Herbert in the backfield with Riley Leonard. Herbert with a carry. Pushes his way down to about 3. It'll be second and goal from there. And again, these are not the names we'll be discussing once September 7th rolls around and the Ravens arrive in Buffalo. But these are the situations that they work on in practice throughout training camp. So what a great opportunity for young defensive players under the tutelage of Zach Orr to see what red zone defense is all about in this league. Riley Leonard hands it off and stopped just shy of the goal line is Khalil Herbert, setting up a 3rd down and goal from inches away. 7:37 to play, 3rd quarter.
You got to think they're going to run some type of inside zone if they don't do a quarterback sneak.
3rd quarter of tonight's broadcast brought to you by Safeway.
If I was Zach Orr, I'm bringing pressure. Try to hit him in the backfield.
Shotgun formation on 3rd and inches. Riley Leonard hands it off. Waiting for a signal, and there it is. Touchdown Indianapolis as Khalil Herbert breaks the plane, and the Colts have their first touchdown of the night. So Indy puts together an impressive 7-play, 54-yard touchdown drive. John Harbaugh not happy with the performance of some of his young defensive players on that Indianapolis drive.
Yeah, the big play was a deep over route, throw and catch.
Maddox Trujillo with the extra point attempt, rookie out of Temple. Trujillo's kick is right down the middle and good. 7:13 to play, 3rd quarter at M&T Bank Stadium. It's the Ravens 21, the Colts 16 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9754. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9754. That's 800-575-9754. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
I was told that I wasn't to say anything unless I was asked about it secretly. That I should keep anything I'm feeling inside buried extra deep.
Hey, this is Grace Gosted. I'm a singer-songwriter, and like many, I've been traumatized by years of bullying. You're ugly, you're stupid, you're gay, you're worthless. I've felt fear, humiliation, and shame. Bullying causes real harm and can result in severe long-term depression, anxiety, addiction, and even self-harm. I created the Black Box Project for anyone who has ever felt different for any reason. So what are you hiding? What are you feeling? Go to theblackboxproject.org to hear from me, a mental health expert, and find resources to help you take the first step on the road to healing. Again, go to theblackboxproject.org. You are not alone.
3rd quarter, brought to you by Safeway.
Crab fought back against me and kind of sliced myself a little bit.
Part of the rookie experience when you come to the Ravens is learning the ways of Baltimore, and that means learning how to eat steamed crabs. If you think blitz packages are complex for young guys to pick up, eating crabs, that's next level.
I remember when I came here and I started doing that, and I'm like, how do you break it? How do you
Unless you're raised here or you're with somebody who's from here, it is one of the great mysteries. Ravens kick return taken by Dayton Wade across the 20 out to the 25-yard line. The first time you sit down to eat steamed crabs, the thought has to cross your mind. How hungry was the first person who figured this out?
Now, you really have to work to get the meat out of there.
And the trick is to have a lot of other things like corn and summer salad to eat as well, because otherwise you'll never fill up. And then eventually you get to a certain age, I'm past that age, where you just decide, you know what, crab cakes are easier.
That is absolutely true.
Power I formation for the Ravens to start the drive with Dearness Johnson in the backfield. Leary off the play fake, has time. His pass is caught by LeJonte Wester. Took a big hit, held on. He'll get 11 yards and a first down. So the night continues to shine for the 6th-round draft pick, LeJonte Wester, rookie out of Colorado. Now you talk about going from one style of head coach to another. He plays for Deion Sanders at Colorado, and now John Harbaugh, two very effective coaches, proof that you can be completely different in style and still enjoy a great deal of success. But you could not ask for two different styles of head coaching. Leary lofts it near side, and that one sails incomplete. He was looking for Keith Kirkwood, but he was looking to the outside, Kirkwood looking to the inside. Anthony Miller will check in as Leary huddles the Ravens. Leary getting the lion's share of the work tonight. Cooper Rush played the first quarter, and then it's been Devin Leary since. Ernest Johnson in the backfield. He'll get the carry out to about the 38-yard line. Let's head down to the field where Evan Washburn is standing by with Ravens edge rusher Kyle Van Noy.
Kyle, great to see you. Welcome to the 2025 season, man. How we feeling?
Man, good. Great to be seen, especially like you. Thank you.
Appreciate that. I want to get your perspective. When David Ojabo puts that hit on Anthony Richardson to start this game, you play that position. You know what that feels like. What's going through your mind?
Man, Ojabo's hit, I mean, I feel bad for the quarterback. I think he came out of the game, so I hope he's all right. But, I mean, what an excitement play to have just a clean hit on the quarterback. It was a clean hit, so it wasn't, high or low, right in the strike zone where you teach. And to start off a game like that, that's how you want to start.
Somebody else making some plays, too. LeJonte Wester's having a day.
All night. He's been making plays all night. Already had a touchdown. He's representing Florida, Broward County. I always tell everybody I have so many Florida teammates that I feel like I'm from Florida.
For you, when you're in this position where you're watching some of the young guys, what excites you about the depth that maybe this team has built?
You got to give a bunch of credit to the coaches and the guys making those decisions of finding the talent that they have. The talent we have this year with the depth is really, really good. I've been impressed with the way the young guys have stepped up. Their energy is just awesome. It gets me juiced up and makes me feel like I'm young in the game, like a rookie playing, because the type of energy they bring to the table and how hard they play, I love being around them.
You're playing like a young man. What's clicked for you the last 2 years, Kyle?
Honestly, just kind of that one more shot mentality that I've been talking about on my socials, and then just the mentality that I have that, you never know when your time was up. I didn't get picked up after the 2022 season, so I signed here week 3, and I want to just prove to my family and myself that I'm right. A lot of people do it for the naysayers. I do it for the team that believes in me, and it's been fun to just focus on pass rushing. Matt Robinson and Chuck Smith, Coach Weave, who's now the D coordinator down in Miami, has helped me out a lot. And so I'm just continue to get better, and I've had great teammates, and I just want to win. That's all I want to do is win.
You've been around greatness. What do you think makes this team special as you get into this season?
Yeah, being around greatness, for sure, it starts with the quarterback. Lamar Jackson, he's 101. You also have elite talent from Kyle Hamilton to Roquan Smith, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews. I can keep going all day. I can list all my teammates, but you got to have those type of guys to win. But at the end of the day, you got to be close. And this is a close, tight-knit group, and we're hungry. We're humble, and we're hungry. We've gone through a lot these last 2 years, and, we don't shy away from it. We know we have a good roster, but it doesn't mean anything until we show up week 1 and see what we're going to do.
One of the best stories in the NFL the last couple of seasons. Pump for you, my man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're the man.
Good to see you. All right, Tyler Loop's going to try and put one through the uprights here.
From 46 yards, the rookie, Tyler Loop, the 6th-round draft pick. His kick is long enough, but it curls wide left. No good. So Tyler Loop disappointed with the outcome there as he had his first field goal try of the night. And he hooks it wide left. Tyler Loop has shown all kind of leg strength, but strength is only part of the equation. Just pulled it a little bit to the left. And the learning curve continues for the rookie out of Arizona. Indianapolis will take control of the ball at their 37-yard line as Tyler Loop visits with Randy Brown, the Ravens kicking coach and senior special teams coach. As Ulysses Bentley IV will get the carry. That's an elegant name.
Wow.
Ulysses Bentley IV.
Sounds like he belongs in the UK.
Say good man. Run thee to a fare thee well. Just under 4 minutes to play, third quarter here in Baltimore, with the Ravens holding to a 21-16 lead. It's Riley Leonard at quarterback, pocket collapsing, and Leonard can't get out of it this time. And that time the Ravens bringing the pressure from C.J. Ravenel. Ravenel, a practice squad player a year ago.
Yeah, did a great job of disengaging and getting back to his lane to get that sack on Leonard.
And Aeneas Peebles, 6th-round pick. Also on the stop. If it seems like I'm saying a 6th-round pick a lot tonight, because the Ravens had 5 6th-round picks this year. Side handoff. And the Ravens make the stop as Ulysses Bentley IV runs into a 4th down for Indianapolis, and the punt team will come on. Well, as we take a look at Aeneas Peebles, not a huge guy, Rod. It's 6'1", 283, but the Ravens are impressed with his explosiveness.
I mean, it's not about the whole size, but if you're strength to power, power to speed, and you can disengage in the interior or defensive line, you can make a lot of plays.
Aaron Donald was not the biggest defensive tackle you ever saw,
but he was strong and powerful.
And one of the best you ever saw. Rigoberto Sanchez's punt, fielded by a fair catch for Anthony Miller. Ravens ball when we get back. 21-16, Ravens in front on the Ravens Game Day Network.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
For 20 years, the Ravens have chosen MedStar Health as their medical team, trusting us to provide winning care on and off the field. We're proud to be the team behind your team for every training camp, every game, and every playoff run, every time. So why do the Ravens and the flock trust MedStar Health? Because after 20 years together, there's nothing we can't tackle. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
At DraftKings, we're all about responsible gaming. Sometimes you got to know when to hold up. There are no locks or sure things, so know when to fold up. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek.
Quite a night for our offensive player of the game, Keaton Mitchell. He scored the Ravens' first touchdown. He has been explosive in every phase of the game. Kick returns, running the ball. And Rod, he just gives offensive coordinator Todd Monken so many more options to consider.
I tell you what, he's back. Derrick Henry, Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell. I just don't know how you play. Can you go wishbone?
Can you run the ball 60 times? Don't forget, you have a guy who can run the ball named Lamar Jackson who can also throw the ball. Had a 4,000-yard passing season a year ago.
Absolutely.
Devin Leary continues at quarterback as Ernest Johnson takes a big hit after a gain to the 12.
That's what we should tell Todd Monken. Todd, I think you should have a package. We're going to go to the wing T again.
Why not? Wing T, single wing. Did you ever play electric football when you were a little kid? You line the ball, you put all guys in an 11-man straight line.
Yeah.
And the back 6 guys are all running backs.
Dan, you have no idea what we're talking about, do you?
Anybody who remembers electric football, you turn the buzzer on and the players would vibrate on the board.
He's like,
pure chaos. It was pre-digital. Ernest Johnson on the swing pass will only get a couple, setting up a third down and about 5 for the Ravens.
Did they even have a football?
There's a little piece of felt shaped like a football that you put it on one of the players' base. Everybody who grew up playing Madden has no idea what we're talking about, but I'm telling you, it was as good as it got because it was pre-digital.
Oh, it was fun to watch.
My teams were the Colts and the Packers.
Colts and the Packers.
Those are my teams on the game we had. Oh yeah, and if you didn't have your guys set right, they would just rotate in circles. Third down and 5. Devin Leary trying to stay out of a circle himself. He'll escape the pocket, and he runs for the first down.
He got it.
Leary showing some athleticism, good decision making.
There we go.
In the final minute of the third quarter. Third quarter is brought to you by Safeway. Devin Leary with the scramble keeps the offense on the board.
Players like when quarterbacks are gritty and tough like that, it's going to take a hit to get the first down.
Lucas Scott in at fullback. Ernest Johnson is the tailback. 20 seconds left in quarter number 3. Johnson with the carry. Steps out of one tackle. Turns his way out to the 25-yard line. That will likely be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter left to play here in the preseason opener with the Ravens in front of Indianapolis. 21-16. Now John Harbaugh wants to see his young players finish strong here on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Toyota's national sales event is happening right now. So stop by your local dealer to check out Toyota's incredible lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. From the roomy RAV4 and Grand Highlander to the rough and rugged Tacoma, all packed with comfort, tech, and cargo space. Or test drive a sleek and sporty Camry or Corolla, designed for amazing style and great MPGs. Visit buyatoyota.com for deals and more. Hurry, offers end September 2nd. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey Ravens fans, we'd like to invite you to join us in saluting and supporting military families and their children. The Baltimore Ravens and the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation are proud partners. Your donation to the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation at mcsf.org/ravens honors those who have served and sacrificed for our country and will further strengthen our nation by providing scholarships to military children. So please give today at mcsf.org/ravens.
Your dog's birthday, the next license plate you see, your first phone number.
How do you choose your lucky lottery numbers?
How about the current mileage on your car?
Feeling lucky? Play Pick 3, Pick 4, and Pick 5 from the Maryland Lottery. You could win up to $500, $5,000, or even $50,000 on a single dollar bet.
Maybe the cost of that sandwich you ordered for lunch.
Your lucky numbers are out there. How you pick them is up to you. Please play responsibly.
Fourth quarter, brought to you by Toyota.
Start of the fourth quarter in Baltimore with the Ravens in front of the Colts, 21-16. The Ravens will have a 2nd and 6 as Devin Leary trying to keep things rolling for the Ravens. Keaton Mitchell with a big first half, 9 carries and a touchdown. Rasheen Ali making a statement that, hey, he belongs in that running back room as well, Rod.
Yeah, he is definitely saying, hey, don't forget about me.
And we talked in the pregame about the young edge rushers for the Ravens. They delivered a pair of sacks tonight. As Cooper Rush made his Ravens debut in the first quarter. It's been Devin Leary ever since. Leary will hand it to Dearness Johnson, and Johnson plows his way out to the 29-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 1 coming up.
You look at Cooper Rush and Leary, who are the backup quarterbacks for Lamar Jackson, and Todd Monken, as he makes his game plans when the season starts, they're going to be different game plans.
It would have to be, because you're not going to really run the read option with Cooper Rush.
No, there's no read.
It's not his game.
You can do the RPOs, but not the zone reads and all that with those two individuals.
Very different style of players. And the Ravens on 3rd and 1 are stuffed. Dearness Johnson had nowhere to go, and he lost a couple of inches. So now the Ravens facing a 4th down, and the punt team will trot on.
They try to do a jump cut and get back outside like they did for the touchdown. And that time don't stop.
So in the regular season, you feel very uncomfortable in this setting. A 5-point lead, 14 minutes left to play in the game. Jordan Stout hits a beauty. He hangs it in the air for Spencer Schrader, who is taken down shy of the 20-yard line. Free sack made by the Ravens during the 2025 season. Constellation, America's leading producer of clean and reliable energy, will send one group of students to visit the Maryland Science Center. To learn more, visit BaltimoreRavens.com/sacks for science. The sack that came in the first quarter was from David Ajabo, a lights-out hit that took Anthony Richardson out of the game.
He came untouched. That is like the quarterback's worst nightmare.
David Ajabo has been looking to reestablish himself on the edge of this Zach Orr defense. Took a step in that direction tonight. Riley Leonard with a rollout pass, complete out to the 24-yard line. Coleman Owen on the reception. Riley Leonard's a good-looking athlete. The Indianapolis Colts selected in the 6th round. 6'3", 216.
He moves a lot better than I thought he was going to move.
He has Ulysses Bentley IV with him in the backfield. Double tight end look for the Colts. Bentley will carry. Slips through the line, crosses the 30, and out to the 35-yard line as Indianapolis picks up a first down. So here's where Zach Orr wants to find out which of the young players who could potentially make up some depth spots or practice squad spots can stand up to this situation, which is a very real regular season situation. 5-point game. Opponent has the ball. They have a little momentum. Can you get the stop? Who can make a play that gets a stop or forces a turnover? You simulate it at camp all week long, but now you get a chance to actually do it. Bentley around the edge. He's got room to run. Flag is down. Bentley to the Ravens 35.
There's a hole.
Ushered out of bounds.
Didn't see the receiver to the outside. The receiver held the cornerback coming in.
During the run, holding. Offense, number 13. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Quan Treadwell with the hold.
They're just coming in. He gets his hands on the outside, watch him, and then grabs.
And Marquise Robinson had no shot at setting the edge once he got wrapped up by Treadwell.
And Treadwell was that veteran receiver. Thought he got away with it.
Riley Leonard to throw. Wants to throw a screen pass. Hurts it at the feet of his target. Not sure why they were calling that.
That was a
slow whistle. That should have been an incomplete pass. There it is. Now they ruled it incomplete.
I was going to say, did the ball hit the ground?
Not sure if one of the officials thought that was a backward pass, but it's clearly a forward
Game
pass.
clock operator, please reset the game clock to 12 minutes and 6 seconds. 12:06 on the clock.
So now the Ravens have a shot at a stop. It's second down and long. Second and 15. Zach Orr is looking to see if his young unit can keep the Colts from converting. Riley Leonard will throw. Blitz pressure coming. Leonard's flushed from the pocket. He's in trouble. Hit back at the 5, and he throws it incomplete. That's got to be a grounding.
That is grounding.
That has got to be a grounding.
Nobody's there, so it has to be grounding. Come together, make the call.
The officials will huddle. There can be no doubt that this will be a grounding penalty. There were 3 offensive linemen in the vicinity. That's not going to get the job done.
They're not calling it.
Here comes the verdict.
Oh, there's the flag.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 15. Although the quarterback made it outside the pocket, there was no receiver in the area. The ball will be placed at spot of the foul. Lost it down. Second down.
And even though they ruled him outside the pocket, he still has to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. If there's no receiver in the area, the quarterback has to get the ball past the line of scrimmage to avoid a grounding. Shane Steichen doesn't like the call, but it is the correct call. And now the Ravens defense has a chance to come up with a big turnover here because Indianapolis can't possibly have a good play in the playbook for 3rd and 38.
Normally you're just going to run some type of draw inside.
Inside handoff to Ulysses Bentley the 4th. He'll get out to the 10. The punt team comes on. So great pass rush pressure. The key for the Ravens defense on that Colt possession.
And possibly can give the Ravens good field position.
See a lot of the young guys who put in a lot of work at camp. William Kwenku, Kyman Rucker, Chandler Martin, Jay Higgins, all getting a chance to get after the quarterback. Rigoberto Sanchez punts it to Anthony Miller. Fields it cleanly at the 42, heads to the far side, and is ushered out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Ravens ball when we get back to M&T Bank Stadium. 21-16, Ravens lead it on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Popsicles, sprinklers, a cool breeze. Talk about refreshing. You know what else is refreshing this summer? A brand new phone with Verizon. Yep, get a new phone on any plan with Select Phone Trade-In and My Plan. And lock down a low price for 3 years on any plan with My Plan. This is a deal for everyone, whether you're a new or existing customer. Swing by Verizon today for our best phone deals. 3-year price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate only. Additional terms and conditions apply for all offers.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Fourth quarter, brought to you by Toyota.
Ravens football is brought to you by Constellation, the Baltimore Ravens official clean energy provider. By M&T Bank, the official bank of your Baltimore Ravens. By DraftKings, the official daily fantasy partner of the Baltimore Ravens. And by MedStar Health, the trusted medical team of the Baltimore Ravens and you. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Great starting field position for Devin Leary and the Ravens. They'll have the ball at their 47-yard line. Just a reminder that this season, for every Ravens touchdown, Baltimore area Toyota dealers donate $500 to Kennedy Krieger. So tonight, that's $1,500 so far for Kennedy Krieger from Toyota. A big night for Ravens rookie LeJante Wester, an 87-yard punt return for a touchdown, and he leads the Ravens in receiving tonight with 2 receptions for 41 yards. It's Dearness Johnson in the backfield. Leary remains at quarterback. Off the play fake, Leary batted down at the line. It'll be second down and 10. Tim Smith got a hand on that one for Indianapolis.
Yeah, Indianapolis has played gritty defense after that first quarter.
Three receivers split to the right. And look out.
Oh,
Leary with the fake.
He kept it.
As Dearness Johnson got leveled off the fake, and Leary gets around the edge and picks up about 5 on the run.
Nice little zone read. Zone read. You see him crashing down, and then Leary is reading that end that's crashing down. He's going to the running back, though. I mean, he keeps it and gets outside for a nice little gain.
That is exactly how you are supposed to play the read option, at least offensively. Leary on 3rd and 5, pocket collapsing. He'll escape. Can he get the first down? He'll be just shy at the 44-yard line. Kind of a situation you would think he'll go for it.
I think John's going for it.
Unless you want to test out Tyler Loop with a 62-yard kick. He's got the leg strength. Instead, it's probably a tush push. Leary trying to draw the Colts offside with the hard count. Plenty of time on the play clock at 12. Now Leary stands up. Going back to the hard count. And it didn't fool him.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty.
You know, as we went through the whole season last year, it felt like the Ravens went for it a lot on 4th down. They only went for it on only 15 times through the regular season.
Yeah,
now
it felt like a lot more than that.
It felt like a great deal more than that. I was really surprised by that. Now they did convert over half of those, which is a good percentage. But I just thought they did it more. I was thinking it's like mid, like 25-ish.
It's probably the psychological impact of a 4th down play when you go for it. It just carries so much weight.
I believe so.
So Jordan Stout will punt. Coleman Owen is deep for the Colts. These two teams will not see each other in the regular season. Owen settles under it with a fair catch, and he makes it in front of Bo Braid. 21-16, Ravens continue to lead here in the 4th quarter on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Summer in D.C. calls for a unique adventure. The National Law Enforcement Museum awaits you this August with hands-on exhibits, a thrilling patrol simulator, and heartfelt tributes to our law enforcement heroes. Located in downtown D.C., it's open every Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Plan your family visit at policemuseum.org and create lasting memories. Bring friends to explore the stories of courage and sacrifice. Visit policemuseum.org today to secure your tickets and dive into this inspiring experience.
The success you've already had matters at University of Maryland Global Campus because we're a school for real life. An accredited state university, UMGC lets you earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and relevant life and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer affordable tuition and online and hybrid courses. Classes start August 13th. Apply now and save with no application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Fourth quarter, brought to you by Toyota.
Time to shine a spotlight on Adisa Isaac as our defensive player of the game, a third-round pick a year ago. Hamstring injuries limited him to only 4 games last year, but he's healthy this year. And Rob, we're seeing some burst from this young man.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy, he can get in that rotation of being that edge rusher, knowing that's what makes this Baltimore Ravens defense so special, getting after the quarterback and stopping the run.
It brings great speed and great lean off the edge. Key for him, stay healthy. Last year, a hamstring injury kept him out of training camp. When a rookie misses a large chunk of training camp, they're just so far behind. It's almost impossible to catch up.
That's hard.
Riley Leonard continues at quarterback for Indianapolis. He'll hand it off in a big hole for Ulysses Bentley as we take a look at this edge group for the Ravens. Kyle Van Noy is the veteran. Mike Green to the right of your screen is the rookie. Isaac, a third-round pick a year ago. Tavius Robinson has become a force as an edge setter. He plays with heavy hands, really sets the edge. And then Adafe Owe is a guy who has grown each year, and you have to hope that this is the year he breaks through and becomes a Pro Bowl player.
Absolutely. They have the pieces.
And don't forget David Ajabo, we saw with the big sack in the first half. Nice catch for a first down for Indianapolis.
Kyle Van Noy, they probably call him Grandpa now in the locker room.
They will if they hear this broadcast. You just opened the door to that one.
But once you get to 10 years plus, yeah, Grandpa's an okay name to be called in the locker room.
Kyle Van Noy is a guy who a couple of years ago
Baltimore challenging the field of completed pass. Players under review.
So take a look at the Jelani Woods catch. This coach's challenge brought to you by Goal Vision. We'll step aside here on the Ravens Game Day Network.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey, more like Mira joyed that Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius or two half geniuses and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
In classrooms across the country, chronic absenteeism is on the rise.
Sophia A., grade 4, absent.
Julio M., grade 6, absent.
Aisha S., grade 12, absent.
These absences are often due to the absence of crucial needs, like transportation, healthcare, a working computer, mental health support. The list goes on.
Olivia H. absent.
Preston L.
Without a Super Bowl.
I still can't believe Gabe, as a vanilla man, didn't get on board with Vanilla Vic, a.k.a. Brock Purdy. I am disappointed in you, Gabe.
This is the first time I've heard him called Vanilla Vic. That's what I'm shocked about.
You better start listening to Freddie and Harry a lot more then.
All right, I'll make
tell
sure.
You,
yeah, that's on me. Hand in the air, that's on me. I apologize for that. Anthony Richardson versus Daniel Jones, part 1. That's tonight. We get you ready for some Colts preseason football. Coming up next is Freddie and Harry, ESPN Radio.
We are on September 2nd moving to ESPN Radio, which is also my roots, I'm proud to say.
The return of Rich Eisen.
To be able to go back to where my career started was something that I never thought possible.
September 2nd, weekdays from noon to 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN Plus, and on Disney Plus.
Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisor Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up Friday, ESPN Radio 2-A-Days rolls along with the Panthers and the Bucks. Will my teammate Chris Canty be right about Carolina winning that division? We'll talk about it on Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
The Fantasy Focus Football Podcast.
Checo, man, just like slept on. I mean, he's a really good player.
Yeah, he is.
Really good player who obviously last year came back from that foot injury. Not too early, but it was a reminder that foot injury clearly hampered him. Like, he looked like a shell of himself. The team had no running game last year. They still somehow made the Super Bowl, but they had no running game last year. Pacheco should look much more like the player that was going, like 15th overall.
Check it out on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast.
What's up, kiddos? Clinton Yates here. Coming up on Thursday, Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones, who separated themselves from the pack in the Colts quarterback race. Plus, we'll look ahead to Shedeur Sanders' first start for the Browns. That's Thursday on Clinton and Friends at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
We live for the NWSL on ESPN. Facts for Sister to Sister and Backflip Tricksters. For Double B, the return of CP and the GOAT. For fandom so fierce you can feel it because the bar is high and the stakes are higher. And we are here for it, all of it, all the time. If you are too, you know where to find us. The NWSL on ESPN. Facts.
Coming September 2nd to ESPN Radio, The Rich Eisen Show.
Head coach of Notre Dame football, Marcus Freeman.
Doing great, Rich, man. Glad to be on the show.
From the New York Jets, he is Garrett Wilson.
And I'm doing well.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Gronk himself, Rob Gronkowski. Good to see you, Gronk. How are you?
Hey, Rich, man. Pleasure to be back on with you, Rich. You're the best.
Rich Eisen, coming September 2nd. Weekdays from noon to 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN Plus, and on Disney Plus. And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Michelle Smallman.
Micah is a football player. I think ultimately Micah wants to be in Dallas. I know that the disrespect has been very loud from Jerry Jones in a multitude of ways, but this is a guy who grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan. This is a guy who was thrilled that he ended up there on draft night. This is a guy who repeatedly, prior to this latest development, has wanted to be there. And also, guys, I listen a lot when Chris Canty talks. He always talks about life after football when you're a member of the Dallas Cowboys and what being a part of that organization, a legacy star player in that organization, can do for you. I also think a lot of these guys are afraid to leave Dallas. Imagine you leave Dallas and then they win. that's not something that you want to miss or that you don't want to be a part of. Because the carrot of winning there is so great that you don't want to walk away from that.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering.
Now, countdown to kickoff. Presented by Toyota. The Toyota RAV4 is the official SUV of the Baltimore Ravens. This is the Ravens Game Day Network.
And welcome into the 30th season of the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Nick Testoni here on Ravens Game Day Network. I'll be leading you up to kickoff tonight where Jerry Sandusky and Rod Woodson will be on the call.
Defense is older than Zach Orr.
Is he?
Did you ever play for a coach who was younger than you?
Yes. When I got a little, 17 years into it, some of my coaches
That's what happens,
realized,
sure.
Yeah.
And did they call you sir?
No. I don't know if I called them sir, though, either.
Did they call you what we always call you, Hall of Famer Rod Woodson?
No, I was not a Hall of Famer at that moment.
Yes, you were. It was at that moment it was a given. But by the time you came to Baltimore, it was a given.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I do. Trust me, we all knew. and I applaud you for the humility, but trust me, Rod. My wife grew up in Pittsburgh, and her family were all huge Steeler fans, and in their household, they called you Rod God. So people knew big things were ahead for you. And here he is, Tyler Loop, the 6th-round draft pick, the rookie kicker, a 52-yard field goal attempt from the right hash mark. Loop from 52. Kick on the way. It has plenty of distance. It is right down the middle and good. Tyler Loop from 52. And not only do you like to see the leg strength, you'd like to see that he rebounded from a miss earlier in the game.
Absolutely. He made that easily.
That's the young man we've been watching throughout training camp. And if you looked at that kick, not only was it good from 52 easily, it went into the net, which means that would have been good from about 65. That's the type of leg strength we're talking about. And again, the kicking specialist, Randy Brown, I was talking with before the game, he said, people get on Loop a little bit because he maybe he had a couple of misses in training camp. He said you have to keep in mind this is a kid who has to actually relearn how to kick at this level. At the college level, you're kicking outside of the uprights because the hash marks are much wider.
Right.
It's a smaller ball. In the NFL, it's a different shaped ball, so you have to have a different strike point, a different approach. It's a very different game. Colt kick return. We'll take the ball to the 25-yard line. Let's take another look at that kick from Tyler Loop. This is from 52. And watch where this ball will wind up. Not only through the uprights, but look at the net. It's deep into the net. So you know the kid has the leg strength. Now you know he has the resilience to bounce back from a miss. He's showing you a lot of things you want on a kid who's going to be a kicker, not just in the NFL, but on a potentially great team, because you know you're going to have games that are going to come down to a last-second field goal. Are you made of the right stuff?
And I wonder, every kicker has his point. Like, is he a right hash kicker, middle of the field kicker, left hash kicker? And once he gets that point, because I remember the field goal that he missed, I would believe it was in the middle of the field. He pulled it a little bit. But if he's a right hash kicker, then we know every time that we need to get to the right, or have that critical moment, we need to get to the right hash.
Grew up in Lucas, Texas. Population of 8,000.
Lucas, Texas.
So a home game for the Ravens will have almost 10 times as many people as he grew up with in his hometown. I mean, that's a big leap for a young man.
It is. Well, he went to Arizona, though. I mean, they had some sold-out crowds there.
And by the end of the season, he may be shaving.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he has...
That is a baby-faced young man, isn't he?
I think the hair is just starting to come in.
Well, that is a young man who's going to have a huge responsibility. Because
I'm telling you, when I saw him in the elevator, I thought he was around 15.
And he is the guy who is replacing the guy. Riley Leonard's pass is batted down. Nice play by T.J. Tampa. And with 3:35 remaining, the Colts in kind of hurry-up mode now here as they trail by 8. And the Ravens defense trying to seal this one in the win. Keep in mind that even if the Colts do score, they wouldn't go for a 2-point conversion because there is no overtime in preseason. Riley Leonard on 2nd down and 10. Ravens bring blitz pressure, and Leonard's pass, big hit. Terrific hit off the corner from Marquise Robinson, the rookie out of Arkansas.
No, puts his foot in the ground and comes up and makes the tackle.
Shoulder to the chest.
They played a lot of man, and that time Zach Orr called a zone, and he was sitting out there for him.
Coaches call it cut-ups, where they take things that players do in different situations. Zach Orr is going to put that on his tackling cut-up reel because that was form tackling right there. 3rd down and 10 for Indy. Ravens showing more blitz pressure. They'll bring a little bit, and Riley Leonard's pass is complete to the 42, and that's going to be shy of the 1st down.
They're going to go for it.
Shane Steichen will go for it. Steichen now in his 3rd year as the Colts head coach. 17-17 in his first 2 seasons, looking for that breakthrough year. Some people put him on the list of coaches who are on the hot seat. What head coach in this league doesn't live on the hot seat? It's got to be the most high-pressure job, one of, in all of sports.
It is.
Leonard backing away from the pocket, throws complete for a 1st down just across midfield. As Landon Parker, rookie out of Troy, they're ruling it incomplete. They're going to say he trapped it off the top of the grass. So the Ravens take over on downs with 2:43 left to play. And now a chance to put this game away. So Zach Orr has to be pleased with the fact that his young defensive players.
Couldn't
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Did it?
I don't know why Shane Steichen wouldn't challenge that.
I mean, you only can lose a timeout.
Right, we're not under 2 minutes. Shane Steichen talking.
He can't challenge it?
To the referee. Yes, he
can.
We're not under 2 minutes, so he can challenge it.
I would challenge it. He said it's a catch.
We just saw it and it looked like a catch. It looked like a catch to the naked eye. It looked like a catch to the first replay.
It'll be 1st down and 10 for Indianapolis at the 46-yard line.
So he didn't have to challenge it. Instead, that was where the booth helped to. And this is an important feature with NFL officiating now.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
where you want the booth to let the crew know. Okay, you missed that call. These are all humans. They're going to make mistakes. It's great to have the booth and the technology to keep a mistake in the regular season from impacting the outcome of a game. So now the game takes on a little different dimension as the Colts retain possession with 2:50 left to play, trailing by 8. They will spot the forward progress all the way back to the Colt 46. Shane Steichen, you can tell from the look at his face, he's wondering, wait a second, ball carrier got the ball across midfield.
Yeah, when he caught it, that's a head scratcher.
Preseason for everybody. Myself included. We're all getting back up to speed. Riley Leonard to throw. His pass is caught. Bang! Hit at midfield. And that time it was Keandre Jackson, a rookie out of Illinois State, who sawed the receiver in half after a gain of 5. Your back hurts watching a play like that. Leonard on 2nd and 5 with 2:17 left to play. His pass is caught at the 45, and that'll be good for a first down. As Marquise Robinson comes up and makes the stop. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
This is the 2-minute warning.
All right, one last bout of pressure for this young Ravens defense. 2 minutes left to play in the preseason opener. Ravens up 24-16 on the Ravens Game Day Network.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
At DraftKings, we're all about responsible gaming. Sometimes you got to know when to hold up. There are no locks or sure things, so know when to fold up. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
This Ravens season, get in the game at Safeway. Coming September 5th, enter their Flock In and Win sweepstakes for your chance to win autographed jerseys, helmets, and more. Safeway has everything Ravens fans need to tailgate or host like a pro. Download the Safeway app and make game day easy when you order your tailgate essentials online with flash pickup or delivery in as soon as 30 minutes. Starting tomorrow, shop the Ravens items of the week, Lay's potato or kettle chips, 2 for $7 when you buy 2. Or clip the digital coupon for Frito-Lay multi-pack for just $9.99. Download the Safeway app to start shopping now. Safeway, the official supermarket of the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Ravens flock and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Ravens games or to any other live event in Baltimore, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Baltimore Ravens. SeatGeek.
Listen to the C4 and Brian Neiman Show right here at WBAL News Radio 1090 and FM 101.5.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification right here on the Ravens Game Day Network.
WSBN Washington, ESPN 630, the sports capital, your DC home for the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Ravens, UVA basketball, and UVA football.
Unfortunately, our
lead by 8. Indy with a 3rd and inches. They spotted the ball just shy. This is where the regular season you're going to see the Sony Hawkeye technology. And remember that the chain gang is an estimate. The yellow line you see on your screen would be the digital first down where you have to get the ball to, and that's the technology that is now going to be used to measure first down. To the ground game, and this will be a first down and plenty all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Is Khalil Herbert.
They definitely didn't have Ed set.
Now with 1:53 left to play, Indianapolis knocking at the door. Zach Orr's young defense has stood up to the challenge here throughout the fourth quarter, but they're going to have one last big challenge here. Yeah, there's no overtime, but this is all the stuff you've worked on in training camp, trying to bring it together and see which of the young players can make a play in a critical situation. Riley Leonard with time. His pass is complete down to the 23-yard line. Keon Martin had the coverage for the Ravens. Leonard's a good-looking young quarterback. Colts might have something here. His pass is batted down at the line. C.J. Ravenel got a hand on the ball. Speaking of hand, we saw a picture of Anthony Richardson's right hand and his throwing hand after the big sack in the first half from David Ajabo dislocated his pinky. I mean, it's nasty. He's got 4 fingers going north and 1 going east. So that's why we didn't see Richardson after that play. Also, one injury of note to Ravens rookie cornerback Bilal Kone, taken off with a knee injury and did not return. And that injury report brought to you by the Baltimore Banner. Colts now looking at a 3rd down and 5. Riley Leonard in the gun. Ravens rush 4. Leonard throws. His pass incomplete. No flag at the 10-yard line. Good coverage by Keandre Jackson.
And they're challenging them. They're playing man-to-man, knowing they're going to run rub routes. And they're sticking to the receivers.
So these are the fun scenarios to play out. I was trying to think, if this were September 7th, you play this out, you got 1:25 left. If you get a stop here, it's not quite the game because the Colts still have 3 timeouts. But it would be awfully close once fall arrives.
Watch the running back coming out of the backfield. He's open.
Leonard's pass is deflected at the line. And the Ravens will take over on downs.
And he was open.
Jay Higgins with another big play. So the rookie from Iowa, an undrafted rookie free agent, steps up and has a huge second half. Mentioned earlier, he played for head coach Kirk Ferentz at Iowa. Football is such a small world. Kirk Ferentz was the Ravens' first offensive line coach under Ted Marchibroda when the Ravens first came to town 30 years ago.
The first 2 years.
Yep. And then you came in year 3.
I came in year 3.
And that was the year that Kirk Ferentz went on to become the head coach at Iowa. Ernest Johnson will carry for the Ravens. He'll get it out close to the 30-yard line. And Jay Steichen will use a timeout.
30 seconds.
Fourth quarter of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Toyota. So for Todd Monken, it's year 3.
Just get 1 first down, the game is over.
And Ravens players have all said the leap in this offense from year 1 to year 2 was tremendous. They can't wait to see what it becomes here in year 3. A 7,000-yard offense a year ago. First ever in Ravens history. Ernest Johnson will carry to the right side, backs his way to the 32-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and short. As the Colts use their second of 3 timeouts. The accomplishments under Todd Monken are just staggering. The only NFL team with 7,000 yards of total offense. They average almost 7 yards per play.
When you have Derrick Henry, but the key to the engine to this whole car is Lamar Jackson.
Well, when you start talking about those names, you realize that you can't just run because you have Lamar Jackson. He had a 4,000-yard passing yard last year. And Ernest Johnson will carry. He should have the first down. He does.
3rd final charge, timeout.
And with 1:06 left to play, the preseason opener, the Hayes in the Barn.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why you call the last time out. I guess you use them all because you can't take them with you.
So, like I said, it's preseason. Everybody's trying to do different things.
Well, you're
trying to force a turnover.
You definitely have a script that you're trying to go through.
It's victory formation now for this Ravens offense. But to talk about the offense a year ago, first NFL offense in the history of the league to have 4,000 yards passing, 3,000 yards rushing in the same season.
That is pretty amazing, but Lamar Jackson makes his engine go. I mean, just think about, you give it a ball to Derrick Henry, and then Lamar holds it, and he keeps it. And that's when he's dynamic. When he gets out of the pocket, he makes every defense coordinator have nightmares before they play him.
And then this year you add DeAndre Hopkins to the receiving corps, a guy who is already on the same page with Lamar, who can make adjustments like a veteran receiver will, so when Lamar extends plays, and now you're no longer running an executable play. You're running a play that's on the fly. The combination of DeAndre Hopkins.
Operator, please reset the game clock to 58 seconds. Reset the play clock to 40 seconds and start both on my whistle.
That combination will be so much fun to watch unfold this year.
Absolutely.
So we've got an awful lot to look forward to in the 2025 campaign ahead. Preseason game number 1 goes to the victory column. And there's DeAndre Hopkins, guy who's had a positive impact, to say the very least, on the receiver room. Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, all talking about his maturity. And that'll do it for the Ravens as this one goes in the win column. Our final score, Ravens 24, Colts 16, as John Harbaugh walks across the field. Rod, let's walk over to you and get your final thoughts on tonight's game.
Well, first of all, the running game and Mitchell looks exciting. Wester had a breakout game. He's shown that he can play in the National Football League. Now you just got to keep finding your backup offensive lineman. I think you got to find your third safety. Who's going to be that fourth corner?
Those answers we will look as the Ravens now turn their attention to next week on the road in Dallas. Preseason week 1 goes to the Ravens as they beat the Colts 24-16. The postgame is straight ahead on the Ravens Game Day Network.
It's part sports.
We have football on the brain.
Part pop culture.
Dennis Leary. True or false? You refuse to wear a glove with Mickey Mantle's signature